It is a world of darkness. The sin of Cain has spawned the cursed horror that stalks the night in search of living blood. The kindred have long been a secret influence through all ages of human history, plotting against each other in a never-ending jihad. Their immortal progeny are among us to this day, hidden from the eyes of humanity by an elaborate masquerade.
Like
I'm ready!
Burn it at both ends. I like the fire causing mayhem. I'm not tired, I've been waiting. I'm not forsaken. I'm my own and I'm jaded. Energy comes from my hatred. Call me the villain, cause I be killing. I got no feeling, I've been dealing with all my demons. I like to feed them, they be chilling. Yeah, they be screaming. I can hear them in my mind. They just wanna find any fight, any reason. Dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse. Have to be working to deserve it. Adrenaline is surging, ain't no serving. I'm the king, bring me everything that I've ever wanted, that I need. I believe I could be anything, watch me. Give me a second to blow, give me a second to grow. Be at the top of the show, be at the top like a pro. I flip the switch, different mode. No, they ain't laughing, no joke, cause I attack when they won't. Welcome to the dark side, there ain't no place to hide. All your fears are electrified. Welcome to the hard side, where it's all do or die. We're the shadow to the light. I can feel it in my bones. I'm addicted to the thirst. I ain't never letting go, even when it hurts. This is my curse. Another day, sailing away from me. And though the work isn't done, I don't want to hear you. 'Cause you cannot master the stress.
I'll save this for after because I don't want this to.
Okay.
Alright.
Okay. Your breakfast dance.
There we go. We are back. We are live once again. Dun dun dun. With Ashland by night after
XP2
would be what, a month?
Yeah, feels like it.
Yeah, last game was the 10th.
Because of the con. Yeah. So pretty much a month. So lots of stuff that went on. Somebody want to give us just a brief recap. Before we do that though, we have birthdays. I think it's plural.
Yeah.
So we have birthdays this month for and monthly XP.
Where's Steven? He didn't tell me to get my character sheet out.
So
Steven?
Steven canceled last minute.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shoot.
So Davey, go ahead and roll your birthday XP 1d6 plus 1. Shelly, roll your birthday XP 1d6 plus 1.
1d6 plus.
Look at all these June babies.
June,
Yeah.
baby.
Christmas in June. Technically, it's Christmas in October because that's when we really get the
Yeah, 5
Oh.
expa.
nice.
1d6.
Yes,
Plus
1d6 plus
Come on.
1. And then
Come
Dale, why
on,
don't
be
you roll our
nice.
birthday XP
All right.
or monthly?
So
1d4
5.
plus 1.
6. All right.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
3.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we got 5, 6, and a 3.
So
14.
14.
Yep.
Not
Wow.
Okay.
bad for
Let's
a
need
go.
to-
June.
Oh.
That's a discipline. Just saying.
Yeah. That
Oh,
is a
snap.
discipline.
Time to buy some pointy-toed gangrel shoes.
I need to remember where I have my character sheet. It's been so long since I had to get it out.
Mhm. Okay. Very
Let's
nice.
go. Well, I know what I'm buying.
Ooh, I have 19 points now.
Sophie's buying some new shoes.
Again.
Wait, can I buy shoes with XP?
Technically, if you made it a fetter
Uh,
or a fetish
Fetter,
of some
huh?
kind.
Well,
She's like, I technically really want to make those ruby slippers from the Wizard of
So I
Oz.
am 14.
Mhm.
Wow, that's nuts. I have XP I need to spend.
yep.
Is it burning a hole in your pocket?
It's starting to. I've got like 32 XP saved up, so
Shoot.
Yeah, I've got 30 as well. I don't.
I haven't
Okay.
spent
I have
anything
a-
since February. Yeah.
Big old 19. Brittany, you still have like 200?
no, I spent a lot of my XP.
Oh, okay.
Currently, as of February, I have 8. So I have a little more than that, but
Oh, okay. Where is Abby? Abby not going to be here either?
No,
Oh,
Abby told me like almost 2 weeks ago. Like she's really on top of when she's gonna be out. She was bless her heart, literally. She was super apologetic that she was gonna be missing. She told me like 2 weeks in advance. Keep in mind, she forgot 2 weeks in advance that she's gonna be camping this particular Friday. So she was apologizing like way still in advance. And I'm like, that is totally
she's
fine.
so sweet.
Abby is a treasure.
And then you have me who goes into the hospital the night of a game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should stop doing that.
I
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
Get
that's
it
no point.
together, Shelly. Gosh.
You know, I thought about trying to RP from the hospital.
You mean like Rachel?
I did.
You know, like log in. You guys could have seen me in my hospital bed, and
I mean, Rachel looked like
Patch
Wallowitz
Adams.
looked like Wallowitz from Big Bang Theory when he had a peanut.
Yeah.
oh, that's right,
right,
that's
yeah.
right. When
Yeah,
you-
my whole allergy situation. Not
Yeah,
allergy.
that's right,
That's
you
putting it
did.
mild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought about RPing from the hospital, but then I didn't. I didn't want the nurses thinking, "What the hell is she doing?"
Yeah, no, I
So
get it.
I played Fallout instead.
There you go.
Just like
Killed
GameStop.
I killed super mutants.
So let's go ahead and jump into a brief recap where we left off. It's been a month, so that would probably be super helpful for everybody.
Who took notes last?
Steven.
Oh,
Well, that's not helpful. I think I forgot to finish off, so I'll just read my notes and you guys tell me if I missed anything.
and I don't think I was here, so
You
I
were
can't
not.
help you. Yeah, I can't help you.
Okay, so
That's
right,
when you
I
guys.
for-
That's
okay.
when you guys did the assault on that guy.
No, that was after.
that was
that
the
after?
previous
Mhm.
game.
Yeah.
The sorcerer's gone. He up and left. We know that.
Okay, so we met at the Red Lion, and Dahlia walked in
That's right.
Ah, that's right.
Mhm.
with 2 dudes that we didn't
That's right.
know. Jeremy is a skinny white guy. He's a Bruja. Toby is a big black guy, and he's a La Sombra. Dahlia said that Trudy and Killian got her out,
Mhm.
and her pack came so they wouldn't be killed. So we chatted with them and kind of vetted them for a while. Henri wants to ghoul a funeral home director, and Remus will help him. Then Danny and Johnny go to see if the necromancer is gone. The house is empty. Damaris takes Dahlia and her pack to visit Kyrene. Kyrene tells Dahlia to learn aura perception so she can be a better judge of boys.
She was taught.
That's right.
Dahlia tells Damaris and Kyrene that Latisse is Killian's ex-lover.
Dun, dun,
Kyrene says, my brother has some explaining to do. Damaris asks Kyrene about Roxy. She says she'll juggle a couple of things and get back to her.
Yeah.
And then I didn't put this in my notes, but also Kyrene kind of gave Dahlia talking to about
Yeah.
keeping
Being a little bit more
confidences.
discreet. Yeah.
You did leave out one important thing, Brittany, is that last game Johnny seemed very sick and he farted
Oh.
really bad.
Oh
in
yeah,
his
he
car.
farted in my
Yeah.
Jeep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
And-
Vampire fart.
I beg your pardon for
Yeah.
leaving that out of my
Uh,
notes.
You know,
I mean, we were
I ha-
concerned. I had to use my one and only Valerian power on him. My God.
Yeah.
I wish you guys could see this, but my coffee cup says I don't fart. I just whisper in my pants, and sometimes it's a scream.
Sometimes that's great.
Sometimes it's a scream.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a whisper, huh?
I also wrote, that Danny.
Sometimes people yell in their pants. Okay, I'm just saying. It's not.
and
it's
then
not
Danny made him get out and walk.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, Henri and Remus go looking up funeral homes. Sophie calls Quan to come by. She says that Dahlia will be calling him. Quan says they have human eyes on Bobby. He's apparently one of the Benandanti and has power over the Shadowlands / Wraiths. Sophie gets a message from someone with the Daughters of Crusa. They'll wave the retainer and get on it tomorrow. That was about Roxy, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And then Quan says if they're going to move in, then he will pull his people back. And that's where my notes end. So what else happened
I
after
think that was pretty much. I mean, because Bill and I had some behind the scene things. He aggravated her more than what she was
Right.
for a bit, but she did eventually get a hold of Quan and talk to him and apologized because she had insulted him.
Right.
Not me, not purposely, but she had insulted him. So, but yeah, she's still kind of miffed at Ben.
Of course.
Yeah.
And just to fill you guys in with Dahlia, she and I and her two little groupies, we went back to like her place. We caught up, got her to see Talus. Big old family reunion sort of deal. She did talk with them about her guys as far as keeping a low profile and sort of going over expectations. And then she also showed her the Leannan base that she's building. So, but outside of that, yeah, we're good.
Cool.
I did teach her aura perception as well to help get her on par with everybody else.
So this recap actually included some stuff that happened in behind the scenes. So okay, There we go.
Yes.
So
Sophie's behind the scenes consisted of spending a lot of time at home.
Correct.
Remus builds Legos. That's his.
Vigorously spending time at home.
Oh. I see.
We're gonna have a baby Blade running around.
Oh,
Good
I
lord.
don't think that's gonna happen. But
With abs.
With abs, yes. A baby
probably
Blade with
would.
abs.
Be the
It probably
buffest
would.
baby that ever lived.
He'll have baby fat everywhere except the stomach.
Right.
Yep.
Perfect.
You'll think it's baby fat. It's just abs.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
He can only fit 2 currently, until he grows into the others. So it has been 2 nights since the last time everybody has gotten together. There are some updates for everyone. So let me get that pulled up here. Thankfully, even though we have some people missing, we had others that were a part of some of those actions that are here, so I can still go into that. Okay, so Sophie, you got an update from the Jagged Guardians. And I will send that to you so you can share that in character. By the way, Sophie was super original, and she is calling for a meeting at the Red Lion again.
Sweet.
Wow.
Oh,
So,
God, it's been a long time since we've been there.
yeah, 2 nights
Wait,
actually.
2 nights. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
That's the longest I think we've ever
I
done.
mean,
We need a new place. We should
we need a new place.
buy the vineyard that's just out of town and go there.
You know what? Maybe
That
to
that
shake it up,
actually
we
is
could
that's actually not a bad idea.
Mhm.
the vineyard,
Yeah,
the
there's
vineyard
a-
that we burned down.
well,
Partially.
just a field,
And
some
no,
of it.
there's no we.
That's
There's
that's
no
the same one.
we.
It's a team effort.
It was
We were
Damaris
all
once
there.
again.
That's why we call you Flames.
I mean,
You know, I say
there's no
dresses.
we
Okay,
in
I'm just
fire.
saying.
I mean, yeah, but I'm
There's
just
no
saying, like,
we in fire.
I mean,
It was for a
only
good
half of
cause.
us ran away, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
Well, between my
and-
fire and the poison mushrooms and shit that Abby was throwing
Uh-huh.
around, I think we're okay. I think I can get a pass on this one.
Okay, so
I think that's
maybe we want to shake it up and meet at the cannery instead.
Ooh,
Yes.
fancy.
Don't let the
What did you
Leannons
call
in a
that?
fight.
George, the mushroom football or something like that.
wait, the what?
Oh, the rats. The rats that had it. You threw it like a football.
Okay.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I think we definitely need to find more places to meet where we don't mind. Because like, didn't the train station also blow
Yeah.
up?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Okay.
was
The
also
train
by
museum.
fire, but surprisingly
Train
enough,
museum.
not by
Yeah.
Damaris.
Not
That,
me.
that wasn't Damaris. Yeah. I
No,
knew
that wasn't
one.
me. I can't claim that one.
Yeah.
I don't think we actually have a train station.
It was
Well,
like
no,
It
museum.
actually
museum.
was a train station. That
back when the trains
building.
went through town.
Yeah, at one point in time, but it's not like an
And no
actual
longer.
train station anymore.
So we have a bus station, but no train station, just a museum.
Correct. There is a line that goes through there, but it's a small commercial only. They don't have like any passenger lines that go through there anymore.
Yeah, I think we should go
And
for the
then
vineyard.
also there is an update for Remus. I've sent that to you directly in Discord,
Oh snap.
so you guys can share that once. Oh, and I think I missed something from that note. Hold on one second. Aha, I did. This one is going to you, George, and I will let you share that at a dramatically appropriate moment, probably when you guys all meet.
Is it the note that I'm reading right now, or is it something else you're about to
It's a part of the note, yeah.
Uh-oh.
There you go. Okay, so at this point, everybody is picking back up currently at the Red Lion. Obviously, you can discuss where you would like to also meet, but some of that may be in play tonight too. So, once again, security is evident. However, Sophie, as you come riding up, you also notice that there are 2 bikers hanging out in the parking lot.
Dun, dun, dun.
Do I recognize them?
You do not, but you do recognize the patch that they have, or their cut,
Oh, Lord.
as they might say.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so as I pass by them, I'll stop and I'll say, "Are you here for the meeting?"
They kind of look. They don't look familiar. Again, the cut is the Jagged Guardians, though, and they say, and they kind of look at you for a second. They said, they looked at one another real quick, and the one guy opts for politeness, even though they both look kind of, you know, Mama
Yes.
didn't really raise them very well, except not to be a punk, pretty much. But the other guy, kind of beefy looking, probably in his late 40s at this point, looks at you and he says, "No, ma'am, we're just keeping eyes out."
Okay. Good. Thanks. And she'll walk in.
Okay.
And she will also text the group and say, Don't mind the bikers outside. They're just keeping watch.
I text back, keeping watch for who?
And I'll text back. They're with the DOC.
Looking through notes furiously. Jerome, do I
Can explain later.
That's George. That is a great question. Your first frame of reference would be the Daughters of Cacophony, and that would mean that's very bad.
Okay. I going to text Sophie back and just say like, "Are you in danger?" Question mark.
Reply, no, everything's fine. See you soon.
I'm gonna text Ben.
I feel like you think this is a trap.
Yeah, this like Ben, does this sound fishy to you?
And Ben will respond, keep your eyes open. Maybe we should talk to him, see what's up. Headed there now.
All right, I'll
That's what you get for abbreviating when nobody else knows what you mean.
Yeah.
That's like bank jargon on a report. Like what?
It's a TPS report. Yeah.
Yeah. And all the abbreviations like received RCVD or
Right.
I don't know.
And I will say, since the TPS report got brought up, all thanks to Bill Burr in Star Wars for making that canon now. So he did that in The Mandalorian at one point when they were sneaking into the Imperial base. Yeah, he tried pulling them away and says, "All right, come on, let's go file those TPS reports."
Nice.
So I was like, yes. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
Right, I'm gonna park further away so that way I can kind of just so that way I can maybe see the bikers, but like far enough away that they're not gonna scope me.
It's not hard because most of the vehicles in this parking lot are all like regular cars or nice sedans. The Red Lion is a nice looking hotel. So unless it happens to be like a van that's more than one person probably traveling in, motorcycles are going to stand out.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do I pass by them when I park?
You could. I mean, it's an open parking lot. It's not like you have something that says don't go there.
Okay. So I'm gonna try and just like kind of pass by them. Do I see anything on their jackets that, like the thing that you sent me, that
No.
I should be?
Nothing
No?
like that. No.
Okay.
No, you just see what would look like a typical like Sons of Anarchy type cut, like biker gang sort of look. Big patch, on the back, and then something on the front that says, Jagged Guardians MC sort of thing.
Okay. I'm gonna note all of those things, and I'm gonna text those to Ben while after I park, and I wait for him to arrive so we can decide if we're gonna have to kill these guys.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Damaris is on her way as well.
Sure.
I mean,
Everybody's on their way.
So, question: am I with Ben or am I driving myself?
I will leave that up to you. You're the temperamental one out of the two, which is saying something
This
since
is
you're both
true.
Bruja.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you picking her up?
Yeah, he would, unless she's like, no, I want to drive by myself. But if she gives no
Yeah.
resistance or anything, he'll give her a
No,
ride.
there's no resistance.
Okay. So we're both in Ben's car, headed there.
Okay. It's safe to say everybody gets there safe and sound. If you were going to act or respond to the bikers that are in the parking lot, you can. They just happen to be sitting beside one another. Just one smoking. They just glance around occasionally and keep an eye out.
When Ben and Danny get there, Ben's going to be like, I'm gonna have a word with them. You can join me if you like. Otherwise, I'll meet you inside.
No, you might need some backup.
Well, I
I have
appreciate the help.
I have my taser.
All right. Let's have a
Buzz.
chat. So he gets up and then walks over to the bikers, and he's like, "Evening, fellas. Huh? Don't typically see your group here. Special occasion?"
He says, "Yeah, Bikers Anonymous."
Huh.
Yeah,
Great.
I think I heard about that group.
Hey, but for real, fellas, like, I'm not trying to be pushy or anything, but is there something that's actually going on here? Like, I can help out if need be.
And they kind of like look around and they said, I don't know. Do you want to get us like a DoorDash or something?
All right. Seems like you fellows are fine. Well, have fun at your BA meeting. He smirks and then heads on in.
I mean, Maris will get there and she'll see them. No, because I do know what DOC means.
Annie will just kind of give them like a 2-finger salute as she walks by them.
And she'll just nod to him, say, "Hey, fellas," and
Okay.
walk in.
Sure.
I think when Johnny gets there, he's not really paying attention to the two bikers, so
Sure.
he'll just walk right in. You'll see him carrying his laptop and he's dressed really business-like. Like he's got like a coat on.
Okay.
Yeah, he's looking very dapper.
Nice. I need to be right back.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, everybody gets into the meeting room. It's the same place as before. The only difference is on the inside, you see, what is it called?
We're at the cannery now, not the hotel.
No, you wouldn't. It was the Red Lion. That's what I had stated up front. You can switch later
Okay,
on if you
fine.
want.
Okay, fine.
I know, so difficult. The sign up front when you guys come walking in, it says, "Welcome, attendees of Licensing Expo."
Ooh. What is that?
And so the
about?
floor is a little bit busier than normal, but given the fact that this is, nighttime, it's not as clearly as busy as it would probably be during the day.
Ooh, can Johnny go see what kind of licensing they're talking about?
The convention floor is actually closed at this point, but it looks like there are a couple of other rooms that are hosting, like panels and
Ooh,
whatnot.
okay.
You would have to go and buy a pass.
Ah, dagnabbit. All right. How much are the passes?
The a 1-day pass for tonight would be $30.
I mean, if he's got obfuscate, he could just waltz right in.
Oh, I do have obfuscate.
Well, yeah, but well,
Just saying.
Oh yeah, that's true. Can I attempt an invisibility trick?
Right in front of people, you absolutely can.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I would like to go into the elevator
Okay.
and have it close and then open again, and I'll be obfuscated, and then I'll walk to one of the panels and see what they're talking about.
Okay, sure. So you step in. Door gently closes with a little bit of a ding, ding.
Jerome opens his bag of player character murdering dice.
Odd or even, Davey?
Odd.
Okay.
Oh no.
I just saw Jerome go and grab a bag from behind. I was like, "Uh-oh, this can't be good."
He needs a bag that says "player murdering dice"
Oh no.
in like really big bold letters. We can't read that with the resolution.
I
But you can
mean,
hold it up to the screen.
I mean, we could make that as a part of merch.
Mm.
Yeah.
That is true. We could make merch.
There you go.
Okay, so you said
Hold
odd.
your
Odd.
bag up to the screen.
135.
Okay.
Can you not read that?
It's already too late.
When the DM smiles, it's already too late.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah. This is not a bit. This is just happenstance.
So, Johnny steps in. He's like, "Okay, this will work out." Just bing, and then you don't even have any effort. It's just poof, you're invisible, and the elevator starts going up. And you can see it's like going, ding, ding, ding.
Can I?
Goes up to the 14th floor.
Okay.
And comes to a stop. You can see some people coming out. They've got like little, well, I should say they don't have bags or whatnot, but they've got their badges and whatnot. Looks like they're here for the con.
Ooh. Okay.
And so they get in and they're all they're laughing about something they just saw on TV or whatnot, and go back down to the bottom. Just and Davey,
Yes.
roll your stamina.
Stamina. I have a stamina of 4.
Okie doke. Difficulty 7.
So subtract 4 from there.
Mhm.
4. Oh, what happened here?
I was gonna say this is not Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know.
Subtract
for
4
soap.
from what? From what?
3 successes.
Okay. So as the elevator starts going back down, you hear a come from your stomach,
Oh no.
and you're like,
Oh no.
okay, well,
Not again.
Not.
just a general sense of discomfort, but not terrible. You're okay.
Oh no. Okay. Okay. Good.
What has he been eating?
Take out
Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
Milk.
Via Uber
Oh, no.
Eats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. Lactose intolerant. Yes.
I am intolerant of lactose intolerance.
If nothing is like he'll hear his stomach gurgle, but he's gonna just kind of hold it together and ride the ride down.
Yeah, you pulled it out all right. It was just a minor detour. They go walking back off to go check out one of the panels.
Let's see. What are they? What kind of licensing?
You walk into there, and since you just follow them, into the room,
Yeah.
the door would, they would keep it open a little bit longer because their mind tells them for some reason they need to. That's kind of what obfuscate tends to do when you're not being
Nice.
boneheaded about it. And you walk in, and it's what they're looking at here is it's a couple of vendors for collectible cards.
Ooh.
And how to get licensing, and basically they're going over how to get licensing for collectible cards. So you've got the company that handles like Pokemon, and then Yu-Gi-Oh, and they've got somebody from Hasbro Wizards of the Coast.
That would be way more than $30.
Okay. Oh, something to think about. Okay. Well, after that, there's a mosquito. After that, I guess he'll make his way to the meeting.
Okay. Everybody else is at the meeting room at this point. There was a note left for you guys if you didn't notice the convention goers and the banners and whatnot, that there is a meeting, or there is a small convention in the hotel. So please be aware.
So in other words, we have a smorgasbord.
if you're Sabat, that is definitely some way to look at it. Yes.
So Ben's like, all right, so what are we talking about tonight?
I'm very confused. Who are the bikers in the front? The Daughters of Chaos, you said?
The Daughters of
No,
Crusa,
Crusa.
the sorcerer that I was talking about last time.
Oh.
Who did you think they were?
She said DOC, so I immediately thought of the Daughters of Chaos.
Ooh.
Who are the Daughters
Chaos?
of Chaos?
I have no idea, but it didn't sound good. So when you were saying, hey, there's
Didn't you say
bikers out front with DOC.
Cacophony.
Cacophony. Yeah.
Cacophony. Oh, sorry, Cacophony. I heard you.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, chaos. Cacophony.
Same thing.
Oh, no. Haven't run into them for a while, thank God.
Yeah, that's why I was concerned.
Well, sorry about that. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned it.
I got a good look at those guys, but thankfully they didn't have anything that. So I've been hearing back from my informant, the person who is running the Southside Souls. He's still very new. He's still getting used to. He's still fitting in, but one of the things he has noticed is that people seem to be sporting this weird occult-looking patch that he has never seen before. Let me send you all the picture. Because I don't know what this means, but maybe this means something to you all.
Do I recognize that after examining it? Can I roll my occult?
You could certainly make a roll. That will be intelligence and occult, difficulty 9.
Wow.
It's cool.
I'm not familiar with this symbol.
I don't have any occult. Shoot.
That looks like a belly button at the bottom.
It actually looks like a face with its eyes closed, like it's like this.
Oh, yeah, I can see that. Like a chin.
Looks like an astrological symbol.
Oh, it's Peter Griffin. Hey, Peter.
3.
Wow. Okay. 1 second. I had a feeling you were
That's like my roll the other day.
might wind up getting it. So.
Well, I have 10 dice to roll, so yes.
Right. No, I get it.
I hope so.
So when I wrote
I have
these,
botched though on 10, so you
when
know.
I wrote these notes, I wrote it with spelling phonetically some too. So
No.
you'll
It's a voice to
understand.
text.
The other day I rolled 14 dice and I got 1 success.
Mm-hmm.
So I have sent you the notes directly in Facebook. Go ahead and share that.
Oh, wow, okay. All right. Sorry, I'm going to read it through real quick, guys.
George, this was your contact from where? Or did you mention it?
Southside Souls.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I mentioned I managed to get somebody into the Southside Souls. I didn't tell you his name.
Okay, that's fine.
Probably better that we don't know.
That's fine.
Exactly.
Yeah, because knowledge is power, and it can be used against us. Okay, and so Damaris is gonna kind of look at it and just sort of trace it and just sort of think about it, and she's gonna look up and like, this is an extremely rare symbol. It literally only has come back from like the late 1600s from New England colonies, and actually dates back to the Salem witch trials.
Ooh.
That doesn't sound good.
No. I mean, basically, it's found in a lot of historical writings about the trials. The papers, they believe, are penned by Joseph Glanville, who, if you're not familiar, was the writer of, and I cannot pronounce this out of character.
That's why it's
Cytomiscus? Cytosismus?
Seducimus triumphatus.
Yeah. Or the full and plate evidence of concerning witches and apparitions. She puts in quotes. It never went into any actual publication before he died, but it's believed that they were working on another book that dealt with, specifically powerful entities, similar to Ars Goetia.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I
Yep,
pronounced that right.
Ars Goetia. Yep.
Ars Goetia.
I don't know
Or
who that
the Pseudomonarchia and Daemonum.
Ooh.
Daemodum,
Daemonum, yep.
Daemonum, whatever the, yeah.
is.
Actually, you
So
did a pretty good job
yes.
on
What is
that.
that?
Okay, so that. There's also a name as Azora. That's associated with this symbol. It's been seen a lot in some of the historical writings as well. So that's what I know.
Okay, but
Traces
what does
it
it
because this is
mean?
like very rare to come up.
So in layman's terms,
In layman's terms, it's related to the Salem witch trials, and it's extremely rare and a powerful symbol.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how screwed are we? Because because my informants told me this is the more hardcore members of the gang are wearing this.
Yeah, that would say that we're on a 8 to 10 on the scale of fucked.
Quick question. Is that a symbol for an entity or is that a symbol for a ritual?
Do I know that specifically?
You're actually not sure, but given the fact that, let me explain. You're not actually sure, but those types of symbols associated with the Ars Goetia and the Pseudo-Monarchia Daemonum have symbols like that usually reference entities. So there's a chance it could be, or it could be, a sigil for a ward or something. But
yeah,
it's one or the
there's a
other.
good probability that it is a symbol for an apparition, but I can't be sure without really studying it a bit more. This is a bit. I don't deal a lot with the Salem witch trials and stuff. I mean, this is.
Which one of you guys said that Roxy was working with the Infernal?
Jeez.
It's been known, I think.
Yeah, her aura says
Yeah,
so.
not only that, but
And Colin said so.
exactly, Colin, and in my dealings with her, that's the impression. I mean, everything has infernal.
And it was something that Colin knew she was getting into.
She was turning into,
before
and she's
he came
following a
to
path.
Ashland. So this is like 20 years ago.
Do you think Colin would know?
He doesn't want to be involved.
I don't know.
Oh.
I suppose I could ask him,
Ironically,
but
even though it's his ex.
I don't think this is his area of expertise.
Wheelhouse.
Yeah, we'd have to find, I guess, a demonologist.
Yeah, I guess I just assumed maybe if he was from like the same wizard school, like maybe this was something that came up in class or something. But
Well, Colin is pretty independently taught. Like he doesn't belong to a coven, and I would guess that Roxy also came up through the homeschool school of sorcery.
do you think
kind of like stumbled into some material and started, checking it out. So
you just stumble into like demonology and start making like cults of followers and stuff? That's pretty.
I mean,
I don't know.
I hate
how
to
that
say it,
exactly
but sometimes
happens,
it's that simple that you get drawn in and overtaken or possessed, which is a very real thing.
So then, if there's a bunch of these guys wearing this symbol, are we thinking they're then just a part of like this cult or something, or does the symbol do something?
So.
Symbols have power. Symbols have a lot of power. Wearing this or wearing a symbol like that could definitely wield protections if there's things that's weaved into it. There's many things that it can do. But without knowing it specifically what it is,
Should we let the Daughters of Crucia know?
Probably not a bad idea if they are working on this. But I may already be familiar with it, which I certainly hope they are.
And if they're going to be watching, like if this is some sort of protective ward from prying eyes, it might be good for them to be aware of, that there's jerks out there wearing it.
Yeah. In just a minute, I'll call them in and see if they can report on it. I got a notice from the Roxy or not from Roxy, from Millie and her crew. That's the daughters of Crusa. So they've been watching Roxy and her. She like goes to her text message. They've been watching Roxy and her crew in town, but just as some of them or some guys they were watching were about to throw down with them, mountain lion appeared and like jumped out of the shadows and mauled the guy that was about to attack him, and then everybody ran.
Nice.
They didn't get a look at the cargo, but they managed to track them using shipping manifest from cargo haulers, like semis bringing in shipping containers. Then the only thing they were able to note was that this thing was apparently the third shipment of 4 coming in from Massachusetts.
Oh no.
Where's Salem?
In Massachusetts.
Also Massachusetts, but
Wow.
Roxy's from Boston, so I'm not.
Which is also in Massachusetts.
I mean,
right.
neighbors.
So, so it could be crabs or it could be witch
crabs. Sure.
Definitely enchanted crabs. Let's hope for the best. Enchanted.
It's witch crabs.
Crabs with knives. Witch crabs.
It's witch crabs.
They got their little hat on and their little wand.
Can hold a wand and a knife.
Yeah. They posted the symbol.
That's a new heraldry.
Right.
I like it.
Oh yeah, I want that shirt.
I posted the symbol and the info on the
Add it to our merch
that
shop.
in the notes on the Discord.
Okay.
Ooh.
Cool.
Okay.
Is there any way we can intercept these? Because they said 4 out of 7.
3 out of 4.
3 out of 4.
Do we know where the status of that 4th package is? Is that something we could maybe find out?
I don't know if they're following up on that. I guess.
Do we know who's manning that shipment? Maybe I can try to find them.
I will text Millie and say, is there a name associated with that 4th?
Really, any name on that cargo shipment, specifically for the 4th one. If I know the name, I can try to find them.
Okay, so I'll say, are there any particular names associated with those shipments?
She texts back and says, Sasha Ponticelli.
Okay, I will pass that along.
Ponticelli. I feel like that name is familiar.
The name sounds familiar.
Ponticelli.
Is it Trudy again? Is it actually Trudy?
Is that one of her? Is that one of her followers?
Sasha Ponticelli is the second of Roxy's minions.
Yeah,
I knew it. Okay,
Oh.
so I'm not going to try to scry on her because I already feel like I'm going to get some whiplash from that again. Even though it's not Roxy specifically, but is there another person, maybe the captain of that particular shipment, or if it's, I don't know what kind of vessel it's on, if it is a actual ship or cargo on a train or a bus. I don't do we know the method of the shipment?
Yeah, she just said it was semis.
Semis.
Oh, semis. I'm sorry, I didn't hear. Okay.
Shipping containers.
Do we know who the shipping company is, and is it possible we can look in to see who the manifest was for who was taking that shipment?
So Sophie will text back. How about
who's driving the truck?
Yeah, a name for the company, the shipping company, or
and the drivers.
Anybody driving
those shipments.
She sends a text back that they're all independent, so she doesn't have access to that. She just knows the company and where they're coming from.
Okay. So this is
Ooh. If we had Harper here, she could have hacked the internet.
yeah.
It's true.
Don't we have somebody else that's good at that? Not just Harper.
Why don't you at her in the chat, see if she's available to roll something?
Yeah.
Because she
She
was
might
just
be
messaging.
camping, but she could still have. Oh, that's true. She might be camping, but she might still have, her computers around her to hack it out.
That seems like that would be like such like a hacker challenge. Like you have to go to like a remote place and still be able to hack a mainframe.
She's like, I got a hotspot. Just clearing.
I got my
Don't think-
Starlink set up.
Hey,
Reporting for
reporting
duty. Yay.
Let's go.
Okay.
Nice.
We need you to roll to find. What are we having a roll for? To find names.
to hack into the shipping company database.
Yeah, to find the driver of the.
Into the shipping.
Well, also to maybe find like a cargo manifest, like if they have like specific, like crate full of witch crabs.
I love it.
Yet something else we need to make merch of.
Yes.
Do we know the time frame on when these shipments left?
No.
But we know that they're currently in transit.
Mm-hmm.
They're coming from Boston.
Where?
So
From Boston.
well, they're coming from Massachusetts. So
Right.
if she's able to get access to the database, then yeah,
We
have
should be able to
access to
see
all that.
within recent deliveries, what was recently sent out to that area.
I think she might be trying to, because she saw your first note. I think she might be trying to open up Discord. Guess we'll see. Oh, yep, she's in Discord on her phone. I can see it right here.
Oh.
Dedication.
Well, that's like what happens in LARPs sometimes. You get these people that are just so into their LARP, like they can be clear across the country, and they're going to suddenly call somebody in the middle of a game saying, "Oh, I need this character to do XYZ or whatnot, or make this roll or whatever," and they're quickly enraptured into a in character scene, halfway around the country or whatnot.
Yeah.
It puts a little spice into a day, I suppose.
Yeah, there you go.
Yes, computer and intelligence.
There you go. So she made her roll.
I can't.
2 successes.
Do we do willpower rerolls? No, that's
No.
not it. That's a different
No.
game. All right, disregard.
Okay. So, oh, good. I didn't reopen that. It's already open. Okay, cool. Okay, you can somebody want to type this up and let her know. But she was successful, and I'll let you know what she sends you guys. But she ends up, and it's quick. Like I mean, you guys already know she's good at. She's kind of good at what she does. So it's like 10 or so minutes later, you get a little chime, from Harper. And Harper ends up letting you guys know that she got in, that the shipments, it looks like the shipments you're asking about are all coming from Danvers, directly from Danvers, Massachusetts.
And do we have, since they're individual contractors, was she able to get names of the drivers?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the other 3 aren't going to be of any service, but the last one is Jessica Moll, Moll, and she. It looks like that pickup was scheduled for yesterday, so it should probably be in transit right now.
Okay, cool.
Can yes.
Feel the love.
Can Damaris call the Prince of Boston?
Okay. Why am I need a reason to call the Prince of Boston.
You know,
Does
Prince of
he
Boston?
use telephones?
Yeah, he's Leannon.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, we're trying to find out what's
Yeah,
coming
that
out of
damn nonsense.
Danvers. If you need a reason,
I need to know what I'm talking to him about. I don't want to just
okay.
randomly call him and say, "Hey, how's it going?"
Hey, yo.
How are the other Leannons today?
I think specifically we're trying to find out what came out of Danvers. So if he has any reach out there, it's official Ashland business.
So we want to find out what's in Danvers.
Does somebody want to look up Danvers, Massachusetts?
Yes, let's look up Danvers, Massachusetts.
Let's call up Harper and have her look
Aww. Abby laughed. She says, "I'm so happy right now."
Aw.
Very cute.
The fact that she's getting reception and camping. Is it really glamping? Are you glamping?
I don't know. I mean, they are definitely away from the house, so.
It's funny.
It's a bit north of Boston.
Yeah.
A suburb fairly short ride from Boston, also close proximity to the beaches of Gloucester, Ipswich, and Revere.
Oh, no.
Ipswich I know from
Yeah.
H.P. Lovecraft.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna
Just
say,
out of
Abby
curiosity,
probably-
did you find out what Danvers used to be?
Dun, dun, dun.
I was gonna say.
Salem Village.
Oh, Rolling Nomads, thank you again for the raid. Raid of 4 people.
Raid.
Nice.
So this witch is trying to really cause some stuff going on. Okay. She's trying to raise Cthulhu?
Yeah, if she's trying to raise Cthulhu, she's doing it over
I mean,
Does anybody here know about witches, how they actually work and do stuff? Are they all demon worshippers or something, or what?
No,
No, that's
they're
a chimera.
not.
what about that guy at the?
Hey.
What
You're
about
not
that
from here
guy
anymore.
at the occult shop? Do you think he would know anything about this stuff?
She's
'Cause
rolling
this
in her
is-
grave
I
right
don't know
now.
anything about this.
She doesn't have a grave.
Yeah, it's an urn. She's just spinning around in it. It's like a dust devil.
No, we just put her on a lazy Susan. Just.
That's messed up.
All right. So, yeah. So it used to be known as Salem Village. So this is all yeah. Guess I want to talk to
Perfect.
Sansa.
Yeah, Sansa would probably have a good idea.
I mean, I guess we could call her.
She probably won't be available right now, but
Oh, we should go
I'm
to her
happy
house.
to bring her in for a guest appearance at some point.
Let's make it a field trip. Let's go to her house.
She's already asleep right now.
No, she's in Italy. I'm telling you that right now.
Oh.
Ah.
Don't worry, she's
Okay,
probably
well.
on her way back, but just so you guys know, she's taking a trip to see her kids. You know.
Does she have Wi-Fi?
I had no idea. She didn't tell us she was leaving.
No,
town.
she doesn't
Yeah.
keep in contact with you. She has no reason to.
She has magic Wi-Fi.
Oh, the best
Yeah.
kind.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm
we
sure
can
she's got Wi-Fi. Yeah, I'm sure she's got reception. I mean,
Wait, we can astrally project over to Italy. Let's go.
Sophie, pack your mental bags. It's time for you to go to.
gosh, that's funny.
Wow.
So we got We got one of the names of the drivers
Yep.
here, and she's going to be doing the last shipment, it seems like.
Yeah, that's the one that we're looking for. So I can I'll look for her and see where en route they are.
What was
Yeah,
the
exactly.
name? Jessica?
Jessica Mull.
Mole.
Mull.
Um,
Mull.
the only concern, I just want you guys to be aware of this, because Roxy has some powerful magic, and last time I scryed on her specifically, it caused obviously the vocabulary issue. So it's possible that something similar could happen if they are tracking these shipments, but I'm going to do it anyway. I just want you to be prepared if something happens, okay?
Is there a ritual you can do to protect yourself?
Unfortunately, no. Not that I'm aware of. But, I mean, if it's another curse, I can unweave it. It's just going to take me a minute. But I don't think that's going to happen, but I just, caution and a little paranoia with dealing with all this stuff. So, anyway.
We look up Jessica Mull first to, that way give you, a clearer picture?
Yeah, I mean, let's do a Facebook search on her. I'm sure she's on there somewhere she's...
Yeah. This ain't creepy. We'll look up Jessica
Mull. No. I mean, do they have pictures of their contract drivers by chance?
No.
Oh, okay, bummer.
Don't forget to turn on your VPN.
What are we marketing for?
My mental VPN
right now?
Yeah.
This game is sponsored by NordVPN.
LA by Night had some really great read-ins.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'll pull out the bowl and the water and
scry on her
sketchbook and start to scrying.
Okay, so that's difficulty 7. Go ahead and give it a roll.
By the way, Johnny, you look really nice. Do you have a job interview today?
Kind of. I have a business proposal when this is all over and done with.
4.
Okay.
Very
so
nice.
You zoom right on in.
Awesome.
You see her on the CB. At this point, as she's driving, she's talking to somebody by the name of Funky Chicken. And they happen to be just yammering. You can see that she actually passes up Magic Mountain Fun Center.
Okay. I'm going to look sort of around, if I can, look around the inside of the cab. Do I see any sort of paperwork or anything that might indicate a schedule or a route?
Nope, nothing like that. She's just got.
What about her phone?
She has her. She has a tablet up that gives her directions she's going. She's got some leftover trash in the opposing seat from snacks and crap that she had. She had a gas station chicken.
Ooh.
Okay. The tablet. So what's on the screen?
The route.
Okay. So does it say what the estimated arrival time is as far as hours?
Based on her current trajectory, yeah, it looks like she's probably going to be in Ashland within the next 4 days.
4 days. Okay.
So
I'm going to say this out loud. I'm going to sort of draw a figurative map. I mean, just generally. But basically, I'm just going to put a big Ashland up at the top. She's en route to Ashland. 4 days, roughly, is when her estimated route might get here.
Okay.
Do I see any symbols?
You see back to blue. You see.
I meant little weird symbols, you demonic.
See the bootleg. You see that bootleg. What the heck is his name? He has the imaginary tiger.
Calvin.
There you go. You see a bootleg Calvin who's kind of doing the, hands down, looking mischievous. That seems to go into print. She's got the Punisher skull logo up there, but you're not seeing anything weird or occultic or whatnot.
Okay. So
She does have a bumper sticker that you can see. She put it on the inside, not on the actual bumper, but it says, "My other ride is the Death Star."
Nice.
nerd.
Oh,
Okay.
she's a nerd.
Cool.
Gross.
Can you see what's in the shipment?
Literally was gonna say that. I was like, okay,
Okay.
so now that I see her, I'm gonna sort of zoom in a little bit and travel into the compartment or the shipment aspect of the.
So it's a big shipping container.
Yep.
And obviously you would move your scry going back and looking in. And of course, since there's no ambient light, you see nothing.
It's too dark.
That's
Unfortunately, it's a shipping container, and it's there's no internal light in here, so I cannot make anything out. Does as I kind of go back up to the front, am I able to see? I don't know how long drivers can go typically before they are required to take a rest stop. But based on the route that she appears to be taking, does it seem like she's headed for a particular destination for stop? Because I don't know if she has stops planned in between.
That again, that's a great question. This is way out of your depth, given the fact you've never been a trucker
Okay.
or never traveled like that. If you want to waste the time and just keep monitoring her, that would probably be the safest bet. But that means you could
4 days of watching.
Well,
nothing
no.
but
I mean,
driving.
obviously, she's got to stop for the night. So it's
Yeah.
a matter of, are you going to dedicate the time to say, I'm going to sit right here where I'm at, keeping this spell up, in essence, and monitor her like for the next couple of hours to see where she stops.
Well, probably more than because truckers drive for
Mhm.
hours before they have to really stop.
Right.
Okay. So
And if she's
based on
if she's
knowing
an
when she
accomplished
left,
trucker, if she's an accomplished trucker, which she probably is, given the fact that, what you see so far, she doesn't need to put in directions to where she's going to stop. She's
Right,
just gonna
so-
she's just gonna plot that out mentally.
okay. I don't know. I don't think Harper can potentially hack into her tablet to see the route that she's looking at. So
I mean, if we can get the license plate or something of like the truck, we could just let the.
well, I can. Here it is.
Yeah, because like we do have contacts with the police. We could. Put out
We could. I was
essentially-
just gonna. Yeah, we could potentially have them stopped or flagged at a
Yeah, like if
checkpoint.
this, yeah, when it comes
delay
into the
them?
city, delay this thing.
I can aura percept through astral projection, right?
Yeah.
Could I
If you manifest,
We've been able to
Damaris's
connect.
mind
if you manifest
to see?
in your astral projection, you can use any of your social disciplines. So potentially dominate, potentially presence,
Okay.
and of course aspects, because you're already doing that.
Well,
Sophie and I
so
have
if did
connected
that,
before.
what would
You and I
was
have connected
thinking-
before
Right.
to be able to see through what I'm seeing. So you got into my head to be able to see what I was scrying on. So which
if I like got into your mind to see where she is, then I could astral project to that location
You
and
could.
peek inside.
You
I was
absolutely
just thinking, could I see inside the shipping container?
I mean, it would still be dark. You could aura percept potentially, and that would
You
or
could- you
heightened
could
senses
You
sight.
could or percept or heightened senses eyesight.
Yeah.
if it's magical,
do you have
it's going to
protean?
glow.
Well, we think these are weapons.
If you
and
have
stuff.
protein level 1, you have low light vision.
But that's a physical thing I wouldn't be able to do in my astral form.
You could still do that, yes.
Oh.
Because that's just eyesight.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
I mean, if
that's
you
fair.
wanted to make claws in astral form, you would look like astral claws, but it's not going to do anything, But eyesight, yes, you could do that.
Okay, I could do that. But what were you saying about presence? Like, is there? I mean, not presence, but manifesting. Like, would there be any?
It's an
Use
expenditure of willpower at that point.
Would there be any use to doing that?
If you wanted to be spooky, In some cases, like if you're trying to influence the individual and do dominate or presence or whatnot, you would have to manifest because it's reliant on them seeing you.
Ooh,
In most cases, obviously, if you summon
Oh
somebody,
gosh,
that's
that could
different.
be
But
interesting with the driver.
could you dominate them and leave a suggestion to stop at a place we choose once they
I
get to
don't.
Ashland?
if you manifest, you certainly could.
Sophie doesn't have dominate.
Oh,
Dominate.
Oh no!
Well, you could show yourself, entrance her. She doesn't really have to see it that much. She just might be like, "Oh, that's weird." And then once you've entranced her, couldn't you summon her?
Oh wow.
She's
That way
on
Well, I
she
mean,
goes
she's already en
in
route to
here anyway.
Ashland, so it's same difference in that
You,
respect.
you
I
just
guess.
have to have a conversation with her.
I mean, she's already on her way here.
She's about 4
But
days
if
away.
but if you summon her, she has to go directly to you.
By any means necessary, from what I remember.
No,
And-
but it's the priority.
So-
it's for some
okay,
reason they
well-
feel the
Okay,
need
I
to
just
present them.
didn't want her to
Is
like ditch
that-
the truck and then try to get there some
no,
other
no.
way.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
no.
that would be like.
Is that a card that we want in our deck?
I mean, we don't want her to get the things she wants, right? So if
But we also
get
don't
it
want to tip her
instead,
off that we're
that's a win.
intercepting it. You know what I mean?
we don't have to do it right away.
We have 4 days to figure out our plan.
I don't want to
but
wait
it-
4 days.
Well, but
Okay.
I
Well,
It's
understand
going
what
to
you
take
mean, though.
4 days for them to get here. So I mean, sure we could wait until she's closer, I guess. But just a
Danny's
thought.
going to raise her hand.
Danny?
Okay. Do we know where her stop is?
No.
So you can't see.
Well, when you say stop, do you mean her
the manifest-
endpoint?
Yeah, the manifest didn't say where she's dropping the stuff off.
Hold on. I don't know. Does it say, or did Harper gain that information as far as the route that this particular driver was taking?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah,
And we know the destination is Ashland. Is there a specific address?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
resort that's outside of Ashland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we knew was
So what's the closest weighing station?
That would be a way to do it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
That's where you
Somebody wanna Google
infiltrate
that?
her. You get her at the weighing station before she hits Ashland.
Right.
So then,
And then your friend doesn't know anything about you guys meddling.
Okay, so let me just sort of throw this out there. So if we intercept her at the way station, what are we looking to do from that point? Are we looking to hide out in the back of this this cargo shipment and just burst out at her to kill her? Or what are we doing with it?
Well,
That's what I want to know. What's our end goal with this
Depends on
particular
what's in
shipment
there.
overtake?
I
Well,
would
we
take the
don't want
shipment.
her to get it, right? And
Yeah.
then we
Right,
want to
so
know
we
what's
take-
actually in it.
So we take the shipment.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that would
Okay.
be the best thing. Would be to just
So our goal is
It-
to
So
take the
she-
shipment.
So she arrives with an empty container and she doesn't know how.
ooh, switch the containers. Ooh.
You erase her memories, because I do believe one of you guys said you could do that. Yes. So when she arrives with an empty trailer, she has no idea why.
Right. Remus, you can accomplish
Sounds
that.
like the
can't you?
makings of a plan.
Interesting.
I definitely could. We're
Nobody
almost
ever
definitely
asked
assuring-
the bounty hunter.
It's not like you
But,
even you not like you volunteer the info either, though. So I mean,
Okay, so
that goes both ways.
Well, I just listen to you guys and
And speak up until it's the end.
I'm sorry, Danny. I'm still getting used to new faces with new abilities.
no,
Also, I
I just
can't
I
see
don't
Shelby,
have
so I
new
don't know
abilities.
when,
I
like,
just
when
I
you're
just
ready
have
to-
knowledge.
Well,
and
and
it's-
we would like you
and-
to share more of this knowledge.
How I would, if I was tracking somebody, that's how I would do it. I would
Oh,
get them
I
at
mean,
the way station.
Yeah.
that's
so
extremely helpful. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, do we want me to take a look inside the container
Did you guys-
If you can see,
Yeah.
before it gets here?
I mean, if it's
I'm
possible
still
to
plugged
now.
into it, so I'm just
Okay,
sort
now-
of sitting here.
now it's not. You, okay, correct me if I'm wrong because I'm still learning about all your guys' funky mojo. Is
Don't
it
worry, your funky
possible?
mojo. Our funky mojo will be your funky mojo
Well,
soon.
I know that I can't go into Ben's house because of a ward. Can you?
Mhm.
Is the trailer's not warded, right?
We won't know
Jerome, do I
until
need to
we
roll
look
to
at
see
it.
if there's a ward on it in some form? I mean, I was able to get it there with no issue, but
A ward on what?
on the truck, I don't think there is.
Well, you haven't scanned for anything like that.
Well, that's
but,
why I was
But
I was gonna
you haven't
ask if I
seen
could tell
anything that looked like Eldritch
symbols
scripting
or
or anything.
nothing,
Yeah.
and yeah, no, I don't think there is. I don't see any of that
Okay.
symbology there.
Well,
Is it
yeah.
always
Go with,
visible?
In most of the time there is, but
When you approach the truck, look at it and see if there's something weird covering it. If there is, that's probably a ward. That's how it looks when you look at
I'm
my place.
oh yeah, with your Auspex thing.
I'm
Okay, yeah.
you can tell, but
still
honestly, I
learning
don't
that.
think there is. I was able to get in there with no issue, so
Okay.
Were you able to see if there was magic on it?
I can't aura percept when I'm scrying. She can though.
Okay, well, have a peek.
Okay.
So we kind of have an idea of what we're taking from her,
Right.
and we can kind of decide
will-
how we're going to transport it because we're going to have to get it off that truck and onto something
Yeah,
else.
we can make that happen. I will relent to letting her in my head as I'm scrying. I don't know if I don't need to roll for that, right?
What's my difficulty?
Difficulty for what?
To get into my
Uh,
head to
so
see my
telepathy.
scrying.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
Okay, so should we just hand wave that?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, and then
And FYI, George is having a bad connection right now, so we're trying to.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
see
he-
he's frozen.
he keeps popping in and out for me.
Yeah.
Okay, and psychic projection. I just need a willpower. So
Yeah, poof.
ta-da. Okay. So I will have identified the location of the truck. And then followed that to go to the location of the truck.
Okay.
So are you is she connected at the same time that I'm scrying and she's astral projected? Is that
No.
sort of a unique
No,
ability?
she did that long enough to see where it was at,
Okay.
and is mentally.
Okay. I'm
Speed of
still scrying on it as she's doing this just so I can see potentially any issues that might be around it.
Sure.
So I'm just sort of observing. Yeah.
If I were to manifest, would Damaris see me?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
And I'd just be like, oh wait, superhero landing, superhero
Wait,
landing.
how would I do that? Is that just another willpower?
Yeah, it
Or
is.
is that blood? Or is it a blood point?
No, it's just a willpower.
Okay, an additional willpower.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Let us aura percept.
So this is a little discombobulating for you because you're traveling at about 60 miles per hour. So it's not difficult. I mean, you travel at the speed of thought. It's just when you get there, the first thought is, okay, I'm there on spot, and then she keeps driving. You're like, ah, and you gotta catch up to her real quick and match speed.
Okay. What's difficulty for aura perception? Still 8?
Yeah, still 8.
That is a
Ooh!
botch.
Please have a reroll.
Awesome. I do not have a reroll.
Shoot.
Oh shit!
Wow. Okay.
The return of evil Sophie.
I know, right?
This is great. Really
Instead of-
great.
So as you are looking, what were you were looking at the trailer?
Yeah,
shipment?
just
Okay.
to try and tell if there's like I didn't even go inside it yet. I was just scanning for wards or something.
Okay, so as you are Matt, you're eventually get to the point where you match the speed. And you're like, okay, this is not a problem. I can travel fast enough, and so then you start trying to focus. And as soon as that happens, a vehicle passes right through you on the opposite side of the lane, which completely messes you up because it blows right through you. It's not like it hurts or anything, but it completely distracts you because in the back seat, you see a girl probably somewhere in her early teens, maybe not quite, tied up and bound.
Shoot.
I didn't see this when I was scrying.
Nope, because it's coming
It's a
from the
completely
opposite
different
direction.
vehicle.
Yep.
So it's a completely different vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's heading out of Oregon.
So morality
confused.
so now it's a matter of humanity. Are you going to are you going to
Oh,
are
I
you
see what
going to
happened.
try and pursue the whoever is driving away and find out what's
Oh.
happening there, or are you going to
Shoot.
monitor
Okay.
the
Oh, that is such a shit situation.
Funny.
I
You're
am
gonna lose
going
humanity.
I am going to remember or like look at the license plate
okay
on the car, and I'm going to move my spirit to here, and I'll do that manifest thing.
Oh, in the car with the girl.
No, where in
She's
here
back at the
where
red
we
line.
are.
Yeah, she's back at the red line.
oh so you so you stop what you're doing and come back.
You know what? I guess it would amount to the same thing as just coming back to my body. That would probably be easier. I'll just come back to my body, and then I'll like write on a piece of paper and say, have somebody call in the police. This license plate, this
Make and model.
make and model. There's a girl tied up in the back. I'll be back.
Okay.
And then I'll like
so drop
it again.
another willpower. At this point, I need you to give me
Oh.
a perception and alertness check, difficulty 8. Ben, give me a frenzy check.
Oh my god.
Just left her there?
Let's see
No,
here.
she drops in, basically says what's happening, and for you, that's immediate flashbacks of your daughter. It's like, oh hell no.
Oh
That's true.
no.
So that's a
Okay.
trigger. Okay.
Yep.
So that's
Dang it.
just self-control, right?
Oops.
Yes.
Burn a wheel for an auto.
Wait, is this
And
for?
Bruja.
Am I rolling or is Ben rolling?
You're rolling.
Oh, no.
I'm rolling.
Ben is
perception
rolling
and
his
alertness?
self-control. You're rolling your perception and alertness to get back to where you were.
Oh, okay.
Is my difficulty 8, I take it?
Yep.
Okay.
That is a failure.
Oh my gosh.
2 successes.
Oh,
Oh, and they're 10s on top
Yeah.
of that. Good job. Okay, so Ben, you got hit with that surprise information. You can feel the beast inside you, like I need justice right now. But
Yeah.
you rein that back in because because the higher part of your mind is like, I have to keep my head on straight. Somebody needs me.
Right. Yeah, he marches over quickly, picks up that paper, and he like starts walking around, and he's going to place a call to Detective Rumbus to have him track it if he can through his channels.
Okay. So without role playing all that through, he doesn't understand what it is you're doing, but he says he'll put through an Amber Alert, in where that's at.
Okay.
But do you know where it's at?
So then he looks over and goes, "Okay, where was that?
I would have had a location like
No
mile
one
marker.
no one here has
northbound on.
no one here has discussed where this is actually happening. I gave
That's
one
true.
indicator that a
Okay.
landmark was passed. I will give everybody a chance
Magic
to
Mountain.
I will give everybody a chance to look that up real quick.
Yeah,
Magic Mountain.
is the Magic Mountain Fun Center. Magic Mountain Fun Center.
Back.
Welcome back.
That was
It's on
for
the-
my guy though, not.
Yeah, but they
Right,
would
but
be
that was
passing the
right
same
next
thing.
to where the person had passed. So
Oh, I
it's like
see. On the
Maybe-
same
looks
route.
like that's
Mhm.
Columbus, Ohio. That's what I'm finding.
There you go. Okay,
Oh, no.
so good job. He doesn't fully understand what it is, but he's gonna push it down the line to get an Amber Alert released in Ohio. with this information.
Excellent.
All right, Sophie, you. So you appear back back where you thought you were. You're on a stretch of freeway at this point. You don't see anything that you recognize. Looking around, you see a Flying J's, truck stop, but that's really about it. You do fly at the speed of thought with it, so you can try to zip around and see if you can find that truck.
Okay, I'll just. Do I know which direction I was going?
Yes.
Mhm.
I will just kind of zip forward every, I don't know, half mile and kind of scan for the truck.
Okay. Go ahead then and roll your perception alertness again. Or actually perception and investigation.
Still difficulty 8?
No. Difficulty 7 at
6,
this point.
7. I keep doing it wrong. Three.
Okay, right on. 3.
And Sophie's got a new reroll.
Hey.
Okay, so
Thank
you are
you.
skipping forward at this point, impassionately trying to go as quickly as possible. Like if you don't even see a semi, you're not even stopping. Just boom, boom, boom. You're just kind of getting the night crawler mode of bamfing through your astral projection, just trying to make up for time. And you end up stopping at one point, and then like the truck passes right through you that you had been trying to spot, and then you just catch right up to it as it does.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna go inside the container then,
Okay.
or attempt to go inside the container.
Okay. Same thing. It's pitch black. There's no ambient light.
Gonna try aura perception.
Go right on ahead. Difficulty 8. It's empathy and perception, correct? Remember correctly?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
What the heck?
That's why you got to reroll.
Okay. I will use my reroll. I'm gonna spend another willpower.
The universe does not want us to know what's in that container. Tell you
no
what.
kidding.
I used up all my good rolls the other night.
Yeah, tell me about it. You're all, look at this. 14 successes.
Let's go.
Hey!
Okay. There we go.
Okay, that's better.
Okay, so now aura perception. So you start looking around. Obviously, you don't see anything. It's not giving you, visual assistance for lighting problems. But there's a faint glow of blue.
Like throughout.
Yeah, throughout the container.
Okay, let's turn on the protean eyes.
Okay, go ahead.
And do I roll anything for that?
To look around, perception and alertness.
Oh, yeah.
Difficulty
Okay.
7.
Alertness. Three.
There we go. Finally starting to get somewhere.
Sweet.
Okay, so now that you've confirmed, okay, there is something in here. You can see that almost the entirety of the container, and the only reason why you're able to see this is like every so often, like the street lights from the freeway just creep in like through a crack somewhere. Just giving you enough time and depth to see something on the inside. But that's only because the semi at this point is passing through Columbus, Ohio now. So there's a lot more ambient light outside. You can see it, and it looks like it was handwritten. And you see on a package, well, loosely termed, but whatever it is, it looks like it's a large package inside the shipping container, but it's also sealed up with plastic seal. Like a giant plastic bag, sort of look like that protective bagging. But on the side it says DRIT.
DRIT.
Yes, kind of scribbled on there poorly.
What is the shape of this package?
It fills up the entirety of the container.
So it's like
with the exception of a
rectangular?
little bit up front, obviously.
So it's like rectangular.
Yes. Mostly.
I don't know what that means.
It's
Is it coffin shaped?
Okay, wait till I come and report.
Are you able to see inside the box? I mean,
Yeah, am I
inside-
able to get inside the box?
to see the
Yeah, I
contents?
mean, it's just a physical boundary. You sure can if you want.
Okay, I will attempt to. I'm so nervous right now.
Okay.
I'm
What's
gonna.
Sophie's original language?
You'll see her spirit in 4 days.
Oh no.
Don't worry,
I'm
I'll help
gonna-
Colin move
yeah.
on.
Hit him in all of his abs.
I'm going to attempt to enter the package.
Okay. It's very difficult because there's almost no ambient lighting at this point. But go ahead and roll perception and alertness, difficulty 9.
I wish I had a reroll to give you.
is the timer. Is
Oh,
it too
I'm
late?
clicking the timer. Trust me, I am. But it only gives you like so many points.
Should I spend another
Yeah.
will? I've only got 4 left.
Yes, please.
Probably.
Okay.
Also, remember, I did spend like 20,000 points at one point, giving everybody a reroll because I'd stacked them up
that's
for so many years. Like, yeah,
Sure.
Right.
so I have nothing left now.
7.
Woo!
Nice. Okay, so you get in, and it takes a second. You're like, you're kind of looking around, and obviously, whatever's in here, it was all given a faint glow. But you're not seeing anything definitive. Like, you don't see like a metal arm to a chair or like pieces of equipment or anything. It's just like a big mass, and that's when it hits you. This is all soil.
It's funny. I looked up DRIT,
Okay.
and that's what I came up with.
And do you know where you got DRIT from? My old hometown, because some moron couldn't spell, and that's what he put on the sign. Free DRIT.
Nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
It became locally. It became a
Dirt.
thing and caught on because what happened is the sign said free DRIT, and then somebody went to that area and posted a sign right next to it that says what is DRIT, and then they posted up
Nice.
another sign. It's something about like all about DRIT, or like everybody kept adding to the joke,
Nice.
sort of thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
So it's
Okay.
dirt.
Can I
Why dirt?
spirits touch the dirt, the DRIT?
No, you cannot.
Mm.
And if Garrett was here, he would tell you that the last time I did that, it was utterly hilarious. But we're not going to do that because Mo lost all of her challenges trying to spirit touch the dirt.
That was a sentence.
Okay. Can I exit the package and spirits touch the package?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You have to physically manifest, though.
Oh,
She's in a container with nobody in there.
yeah. I'm gonna have to
Spend a
see
net
what the
will.
willpower when we get back.
I was gonna say, what that puts your willpower
You're
to
at
2?
3 now, right?
Yes, it would. I would be down to 2.
Yep.
That's dangerous. Dangerous territory there. This would be like your last leg of your journey here.
forget. How do we gain willpower?
We'll do one more.
Willpower is
Spirits-
gained through rest, or which doesn't happen really hardly at all in vampire games or World of Darkness games. But if you do something in relation to your nature and demeanor, and since I don't really make people play to that,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
really
yeah, I have
just
no idea
rest.
what mine is at this
Okay.
point.
So
Survivor might be it.
Okay.
I've got 2 expended willpower. Would those have gone away by now? I can't
Oh,
remember
yes.
when.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Minus Storm of
Perception.
Chaos.
you're all
Difficulty.
free up on your willpower unless you've done something ability-wise
Right.
to expend it.
Okay, cool.
At
I
this
wasn't
point.
sure. I wasn't sure
Yeah.
how often that came back.
Yeah, every game.
Unless there's something about the game, like it's an extension of the previous game or something, like we're
Yeah,
still in.
like aggravated damage and stuff like that stays, but willpower and stuff, yeah,
Yep.
refreshes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, like between scenes.
Mm.
So if we pick up in the same scene, then you
Right.
don't get it back.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, that too.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and manifest and then do this Spirit's Touch.
Okay.
Difficulty 8, you said?
I don't know.
So it
I
must
think
be
it's
6.
yeah,
5.
Must be 6.
I think it's variable. It depends
Oh,
on
if it
the
was
age.
difficulty 6, that would be rad,
Yeah. Hold on a second.
but it's not.
He's probably like, yeah, no.
Probably not.
It's probably
Oh.
going to be 8.
It is variable. Yeah.
Sophie's like
Oh.
rolling really well, and there's nobody there to see it.
Just don't burn a will for an auto because then you'll just be at risk of,
If Sophie is in a forest and she rolls really well, did
did
anybody really see
anybody
it?
really see that?
Yeah.
Right.
Is it truly a success?
Is that truly?
Yeah, exactly. Is
Yeah,
it
because you're
true?
a Toreador.
She's out in the woods, but I rolled really well. Did you really?
Did you? Did you though?
Takes her, it didn't happen.
Okay, so that's animals.
Yeah, this isn't Vegas.
Here we go. Auspex. The Spirit's Touch. So it would be perception and empathy still, and yeah, we'll say difficulty 6.
Yes.
Okay, then that comes to 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Nice.
Every single
Yes.
time.
So you see
Wow.
all the things
learned.
dating back to when the plastic was first brought into this world.
I mean, when the
And-
Earth was
yeah.
created,
And
you
taking-
found this dirt.
and taking
The
off the assembly
dinosaurs
line.
ruled the earth.
You find their fossils. You found like gold. Like my God.
So what you end up seeing is a pretty vivid description of people piling this dirt into this container, and basically the container was set kind of like on its end, so the
They just scooped
lifts
it
and
in.
whatnot can scoop it in. It has the plastic liner and whatnot, and it's a part of what appears to be a like a housing community that they're breaking ground on and building.
And there wasn't any special process to moving the dirt.
No,
like
the only other thing that
getting
you
the
picked up from it is that there was like a specific location that as a part of this project that dirt needed to go in the container. The rest of it didn't matter.
Do I know anything about that location?
No, you don't know anything about Boston or Massachusetts, I should say.
Well, where the housing.
But
Yeah,
like,
you
did I
wouldn't
glean,
know,
I didn't
yeah.
glean any information about that particular location.
No, other than even the workers thought it was a really weird request.
Do I know what the location was?
Yeah, it's in Danvers, Massachusetts.
So I have like an address or something.
Well,
Or, like,
no, it's they don't
could I
have physical
find it on-
addresses. Yes, it's a
Could I
housing
find it
community
on
being
a-
built.
Did I find it on like a Google map?
If you went back to your body, you could probably try and Google map the region, but obviously it doesn't have an address.
Okay.
Okay. I'll wait till you get back.
I
Okay.
mean, yeah.
I'm not gonna risk any more willpower, so wait, if I have a physical manifestation, can I still like go through solid objects?
No.
Do you want to look at the other boxes and stuff? I mean,
There's only the one.
Oh, it's only one.
Mm-hmm.
And
All full of dirt.
I'd have to open it to get out if I wanted to. Anyway, okay, so I will call it good and come back to my body.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of like sag into my chair. um. Okay, so it's dirt.
Dirt.
Yeah, like
Internal Zamisi screaming at this point.
I bet dirt from like some very specific location in Salem, aka Danvers. Let me see if I can find it on a map.
Can I roll in an occult intelligence check to see as far as like dirt, and based on what all we've experienced, I feel like the dirt sort of has a
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel
meaning
I
in
feel
that
like maybe it was
it's powerful.
gray
You know what I
dirt
mean?
or something.
Depending on where it came from, I mean, I feel like the dirt, the soil is important, especially knowing who we
Okay.
are. Dirt is important. I mean, I'm just saying.
So we're talking about Salem and the witch trials. We got dirt from Salem.
Hmm.
So we need to find out what is significant about this dirt.
Right,
Is
from
it
where it
the
came from.
dirt? Is it the dirt that the witch trials were performed
Depending
on?
on
Or is it the graves of witches? Or
Yeah. Okay.
it seems like this dirt's important. It's sacred. It's got some sort of special power potentially behind it.
so
So we need to know where
your
it came from.
so
Right.
your contact with this so-called prince, he could find that out for you, yes?
I'm not going to guarantee that. No.
But you could reach out and try.
I will reach out and ask and see if they will
Tell them we have 4 days.
assist.
Yeah.
Are you going to be able to reach a Camarilla prince
Yes.
in 4 days through electronic means?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not Camarilla, right? He's independent.
No. And Boston is independent, and for the most part.
Sorry, I heard prince, and so I
Yeah.
thought
For all intents and
Yeah.
purposes, you can think of him as a prince. He is the leader of the city, but he is also Leannan. And yes, I have no issues contacting them because they are of my clan. So
Okay.
Perfect.
And then, while you're doing that, we should also be planning our heist /
at the Way Center, yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
Should
there
be looking to
is
intercept.
So
there
we
is
need to.
a way center on the border of Idaho and Oregon.
There's
Okay.
not one closer to Ashland.
So what would happen
No.
if we just, cause an accident for this trailer and all that dirt should just spill across, the lanes and shit?
Did I mention it was glowing?
No,
No, you did not.
it was
I
glowing.
mean,
Okay, well
like
that just reinforces my theory.
What's it? Like sparkling glowing, Jerome?
Mhm.
Okay,
So it's
so
magical.
magic.
No.
Yeah, so
Magic dirt.
Well, okay.
Exactly.
Magic dirt.
And Roxy is digging up big holes in her property out by the hotel. That's what Mr. Vidia saw. A lot of construction equipment.
okay, yeah. So
So
she's got a lot of
Special.
stokes in the fire there. So
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's bringing something from Salem to here.
okay. All right. So the question I want to know, because this is going to impact our planning, is what do we want to do with this dirt? Presuming we're able to get it off of this truck, do we want to just get rid of it, or
Something tells me we should like cleanse it somehow.
would it like
Um,
I almost want to have like a semi
Holy
truck.
water?
Well, like I almost want to have like a semi truck ready to take it in another direction and then just have them dump it into the ocean.
Yes.
But
Also-
what will that do? Like, what is it magical for? Like,
I
can it
Well-
do something bad to the water?
I think we need to do a little bit more research and investigation before we decide to just scatter it amongst the winds
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
urns.
I say we just
Um,
swap out containers. And the nearest way station is actually on Oregon 99. just outside of Ashland, and there's
Ooh.
also northbound I-5 and southbound I-5. I knew there was going to be.
I feel like we should do
And
the
there's
earlier
Eagle,
one,
and then there's
not the later one.
Eagleport, Oregon, White City, Oregon, Jacksonville, Oregon,
Okay. Well,
Medford, Oregon.
Yeah.
Do they have to
Medford.
hit every way station they come to?
Only if it's open.
I think we also need to plan for when it, so, because if she's going to be arriving in Ashland or in Oregon during the daytime, we're not going to be able to be there.
Right.
So
Okay.
we have to so we need to
That's-
also be strategic about when we'll be able to be awake to be on site to do stuff.
Well,
Okay.
they have to stop if the way station's open. If the way station's not open, they can bypass it because there's nobody there to weigh the truck.
So we need to look at when that way station is going to be open, or
We ensure that way
make
station
sure.
is
Yeah.
open.
Oh,
And we have people there if she's not going to hit it at night. We have
Can we also flag somehow in their system anything with
I-
this vehicle tag or plate
Harper
number?
probably could. Yeah, Harper
Let's
probably
put
could
something
put
on.
Just
something
to
in
give
there.
them an unnecessarily hard time.
Put something. There has to be a thorough inspection of the cargo because it's been reported that something illegal might be inside.
Exactly. There's an Amber Alert, as it were, about that
Yes.
that woman that you saw in one of those vehicles traveling along the same route.
Oh, there's an Amber Alert? That's great.
That's right.
Okay.
Got
Sorry,
called
I
in.
guess. Sorry, I bet that was a little meta. I apologize.
Oh, good.
Sorry.
We see it kind of seems like we're making this complicated. I mean, if just one of us goes up to her whenever she stops there, if it's at night, which will probably be at one of these stops, it's going to be 4 days. We have one of us go up to her and get her to come here. Just do our mojo instead of this like weird kind of heist and pulling strings.
Yeah, no cloak and dagger.
I understand that, but so here's the thing I'm worried about is that the daughters
Tipping
of,
off Roxy.
the daughters of Crucia have already said that they've run into, enforcers at a location. I worry that if we let it get too close to
Hmm.
Ashland, we're going to run up to a bunch of bikers with symbols on their backs that are going to make
Exactly, which is why I feel like we need to intercept this truck in the
Earlier.
way station prior to the very last one into Ashland.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I think we need to have a destination in mind of where are we going to take this stuff if we aren't.
Well,
gonna
you've seen her route, so it shouldn't be
I've
hard to
seen
find a way to find
Part
a
of
way
her
station.
route. Unfortunately, her tablet only extends to so far, so I know her estimated time of arrival, so to speak, but I can't see exactly where she anticipates on stopping because, frankly, she looks like she knows what she's doing, and she could stop anywhere that she knows along this route. So the only thing that I can really do is perhaps check on her periodically to see where she stopped at. And I can do that. That's no problem. But
so you could scry on her in a couple of days.
well, I'll probably scry on her later tonight to see where she's at. And I mean that's what I'm talking like more frequently than just in a couple of days. I don't want to know what's going to happen 2 days later. I want to know intermittently where she's at.
Sure.
If we
Should
could only
we-
get her schedule. Oh well.
Should we
Well,
have the
we can reach out
daughters
to
of
Harper, but this is a
Lisa-
contract worker, and they have a time that they have to be there by, and it's up to them where they want to stop in between.
unless her tablet is like constantly pinging with maybe like the office or something. I don't know if that's something it would do.
I mean, I didn't get that impression, but I also wasn't looking too closely at it. It just seems like they have a destination, they have a where they need to go and when they need to be there by.
Plus, if I think the other reason why I would recommend maybe is that if we can watch her, Roxy can also watch her. So if we can get this
Right. Well,
this box of dirt into something else that she
That's
can't scry
true.
into, it'll make it because even if we just move it to a different
don't-
location, it's
I
just
don't
gonna.
think Roxy can scry.
I mean,
Scrying is extremely uncommon.
I don't know what she can do. Like you guys know more about her than I do. I just assume that she
I don't think she's scrying, but I do think that she's got a way to track. I just don't think it's through scrying.
Well, I mean, either
That's
way.
why I mentioned the way station because that
It's a necessary
would make
stop.
sense. Yes,
Yeah,
and
but
Sorry,
Yeah.
go ahead, Remus.
Yeah, no, and I get that, but it's more like, let's say, all right, even if we go with okay, well, we just dominate her to kind of go to a place of our choosing. That doesn't make it safer. That doesn't mean
Right.
that she can't still track it, whatever this thing is. Especially if she's supposed to be meeting up with the bikers or something. Like, why were they even at a shipping place anyway? They're there to make sure that it's getting to where it's meant to go. So
What if we just stole the truck?
Well, all we need to do is take the container, right?
Yeah, but how are we going to? Okay. So how are we going to take the container? That means we
So
got to have equipment there.
she gets to the way station. She stops, unloads it. We take our truck, load
They
that
don't
one in.
unload. They don't unload.
Oh,
They don't
shoot.
unload at the way
No,
station.
they just check your stuff and
Oh,
They
dang
check
it.
make sure you're
paperwork,
not
you
harboring
roll up
any
onto the
illegals and extra
Yeah.
illegal in
No.
general.
See,
Oh.
that's
and you
why
roll
it
up
would be
onto the
weird.
scale, and your rate's got to be consistent.
Oh, okay.
Trying to transfer that thing from one truck to another anywhere is going to be weird.
So just take the truck.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, that just seems easier.
So-
I get Remus what you're saying as far as, well, she might be tracking it too, but I doubt she's tracking it every second of every day.
Mhm.
She's going to be like, okay, it's supposed to be here at this time. Here I am at this time. Huh, it's not here yet. Give it a few minutes. Still not here. That stinks. But in the meantime, we've already moved it somewhere else, and she has no idea where it's going to go. She
That's
might
this-
know it's, us dealing with it, but that doesn't tell her where it is.
And right now, she's really expecting us to know any of her business, anyways. Correct. So she wouldn't be expecting it.
I don't know necessarily. I mean, she knows that I can scry. I mean, clearly at this point.
Yeah, she's set up.
That doesn't necessarily mean that she knows that we know her plans or what she's doing, but I mean, it makes sense for her to be cautious in general.
Yeah, I just want to be cautious as well that we're not going to be bringing the pain down onto, a location of our choosing.
Okay. So why don't we just take over the truck and then just drive it ourselves?
That's what I've said. We take the truck.
Just
So where do we want to take the truck?
shipment.
Dominate her and figure out a place to put it.
Okay, but which
Yeah,
way
we
station?
intersect it at the way station, and we take
The
truck.
one prior to the closest to Ashland, so basically the one before that. Require
Eagle
it to be
Point?
open, so that means that we need to get there first to make sure that it's open to require her
Eagle?
to stop.
Where's
So
Eagle
we
Point?
just need to watch her route and make sure
Pretty
we
much,
know where she's going to
and just intercept her and know we know where we want to stop her, so we know we need to be there if that is the plan to then overtake the vehicle itself.
What if she's due to roll in through the way station and during the daytime?
Well, if she's driving at night, that probably means she's sleeping during the day, right?
I don't know.
Her schedule could be anything when it comes to sleep.
Yeah, if we don't have her schedule, we don't.
She's driving right now, right?
Yeah.
So
should we ask
Okay.
the daughter Cruza to
So
help us out?
Eagle Point is 24 miles from Ashland on I-5 in Oregon 62 East. So that's where we hit her, is at Eagle Point.
Okay.
If she's there at night.
Is that the path does that match with the route that she's taking?
There's Eagle Point, there's one at Medford, and there's one in Ashland.
So we need to figure out which one she's going to be at, because she could be at any of those. So,
Well, it depends. If she's traveling down I-5, she can hit any of those. They have to be open or she'll pass them. They won't stop if the way station's not open.
we could open it.
That's what I was saying.
Well, yeah, but that means we have to be awake and then be at one of them at the time that she'll be passing through it.
Or one of your guys' goons are there. I don't have any goons to send, so
Yeah, I don't like treating them like they're disposable chess pieces.
So then maybe we send the daughters of Crucia.
Are they going to be able to? Well, because we're just asking them to do reconnaissance, right? Are they going to get their hands dirty for us?
I don't know.
I think
I think we also need to decide what are we trying to do with this truck once we intercept it. Like, are
Yeah.
we trying to take out the
So we need to
driver?
find out what kind of things can be done with magical dirt.
I will research that a bit more.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what I mean is I was saying, like, what are we going to do with this stuff once we get it? Because
Just try to keep it away from her because clearly she needs it for something.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, were the other 3 vehicles already delivered their shipment? Or okay, so this is the last
I
one that they're
believe
waiting
so.
on. Okay,
Oh, so she's already gotten some magical
yeah,
dirt.
she's already got magical dirt, and
I
so
mean,
this is the
do we
last bit.
know? Do we
Were
know
the-
for sure that that's what was in the other ones?
and that they all were dirt. This one could be.
I mean, they all
I have
came
no
out
idea.
of Danvers, right?
Well, but they could be graves. They could be relics as well. Like,
I mean, look at the manifest. We know the drivers and where they came from. Jerome, do they all say they were from Danvers, from the same location?
Yep.
Yep. Yeah, they're all from the same
So it's all
transport.
So yeah.
I'm gonna put my money down that these are either where the trials were done and the witches were killed, or they were buried.
There's some
That's
spiritual
what I think too.
significance to it. Absolutely, I would 100% agree with that.
Yeah, she's bringing somebody from over there over here.
And since she's into infernal,
Yep.
Yeah.
she's there's something
She's
about
gonna
this
raise
dirt.
something. She's anticipating on raising something. So yeah, this is bad.
I have a thought. Hang on, let me call someone. And Sophie's gonna pull out her phone and call Caleb.
Okay.
While she's
So-
making that call, Danny's going to turn to Ben. We need to secure a location to put that truck
Right.
where it can't be found.
Or we just
Or-
move it somewhere, take the thing out, and then have the truck go on its way. We could just put the thing in like a storage container somewhere.
It
Or
would
we can
be-
just scatter it to the 4 winds.
Mm,
that's
Okay.
what I
Well,
said. But
while you
everyone
guys are
yelled at-
discussing that, Sophie, you go ahead and call. Caleb picks up. Hey, what's up?
Hey, I have a professional question for you. Is this are you able to talk for a minute?
I can. This isn't going to lead to me betraying another one of my friends, is it?
No, I hope not. I don't see why it would.
Okay. What's going on?
So we've been dealing with this Roxy thing. Pretty sure you've heard about that a little bit.
Actually, no, I haven't.
Okay. Long story short, an infernalist sorcerer who happens to be a sort of ex of my husband's is in town, and she's been amassing property and influence, and we're trying to figure out how to stop her.
Okay.
We've just discovered that she's had several shipments come in from Salem, Massachusetts, and she's got another one en route. It is a shipping container filled with dirt that is some sort of magical from a very specific location in Salem. Do you know if there's a way to, I don't know, like de-magify the dirt?
Dispel the magic and whatever.
Yes, that's a word.
Yes.
It's been a long night.
Outside of destroying it, no, there's nothing like that. Short of getting the Inquisition involved and probably consecrating the ground.
Well, I mean, wait. But we'd need the Inquisition to do that?
Somebody with that level of faith, yes. Hold that thought. I'll be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
What about that nun?
The priest. No, what's his face?
That's the one that, out of character, that's the one that
He
threw shade out at me for, yeah. That's not going to be a happy ending.
the one that Lily antagonized. Yes.
Yep.
No, what about the priest that came into town who was like a
Yeah,
vampire?
the caitiff guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Reverend Turner.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes. He has
Yeah.
that level of faith. Yep.
Does he?
You know,
He
something
does.
tells
He's,
me
he's,
that
good.
Does he,
true-
Dale? He's your character.
He's True Faith 7. I saw the character sheet.
No, you didn't.
Oh.
Yeah, right.
Dave's making
If
up
he was
stuff.
True Faith 7, that would have been amazing last game.
Something tells me that he would be really happy to get his hands on something like that.
Enchanted demonic dirt. Yes.
Maybe.
And what if, like, we didn't get a bad vibe from him, did we?
No, and he was super helpful.
Yeah,
All
he was-
he wanted us to donate to a good cause for his help. So
That's
sounds pretty
true.
good.
We can
I mean,
continue.
it's-
Yeah.
It's possible. Okay.
I don't
I
know.
have-
The
Raymond-
last
no
character
reason to
that
not
was
trust
Dale
him.
stole one of our players. So I mean,
We
got her
did have
back.
bastards. So yeah, well,
She got better.
As long as nobody makes out with them, it should be fine.
What?
Wait, what?
where'd that come from?
Wait,
What are-
weren't you talking about Dahlia?
What are you talking about?
I thought you were talking about Dahlia. And how
No.
like she was macking down with that dude and it turned out to be evil and she got kidnapped.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I'm tracking you now.
Wow.
Okay, I'm back.
All right, we're just talking about making out. Who's going to make out with Reverend Turner in order to get him to help us with this jar of dirt?
Gotcha.
Well, if somebody were to try to pull one over on Sophie, now would be the time to do it. I'm just saying.
How
And,
beautiful
and
is
I'm
Reverend
saying
Turner?
not it.
Jerome, on a scale from on a scale of CW actors, like how hot is Reverend Turner?
He is a backup character.
Oh.
All right, so Sophie's out.
Okay, so anyways, back in character.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Caleb doesn't have any ideas that are safe.
She's still on the phone with you.
To the best of my knowledge, because that's where I stopped.
Yes.
Can he tell what's so special about the dirt if he sees it?
Caleb, would if you were in the same room as the dirt, would you be able to tell what was significant about it?
I imagine I could, but I mean, even if it's magical, it could be a number of different things. Usually, that sort of thing is used in binding rituals or summoning rituals, or in some cases, depending upon where it came from. I know of some shamans who have used it for healing rituals.
Is there something that we could do with it that would be beneficial? Like if we were to...
Do you know where it came
our
from?
plan is, Salem, Massachusetts.
Danvers. Danvers, Massachusetts.
Salem,
Danvers.
Massachusetts is a region, and I get that there's some significance to that.
Yeah, we're
but
not
you
sure
have to be a
exactly.
lot more specific than that.
Tell him it's witch
Okay.
dirt.
Danvers.
Well,
Danvers.
judging by the situation, we have a feeling that it may have been like grave dirt, perhaps. Or
You said it
in
came
some
out of
way
it. They're breaking
related
ground
to-
for a new community.
Right. I'll pass that along. But
Do we have-
we have reason to believe that it's related to the Salem witch trials.
Okay, well, unfortunately, that isn't specific enough outside of the fact that it may have been the site where a witch or multiple witches were hung or killed or tortured. That could be a lead. You would probably need somebody who is a spiritualist if you were going along those lines, if you think it's tied to a spirit. Otherwise, you should probably just do some research about the area. That's going to be, I mean, it's what I would do.
Okay.
So we just need to find out exactly where the dirt came from.
Thanks, Caleb. I'll give you a call back if we have more questions.
Okay.
Thank you.
Click.
Yeah, he says we need to research the area and find out what specifically that place was. And to that point, I'm going to go back to my Google Maps and try and kind of pinpoint the area.
We'd need like an old map of Salem to overlay on top of the new map.
I guess we've got a couple of days to figure it out, but obviously the sooner the better.
Sounds like a good job for our occultist.
Well, I mean, I will do my best and see what I can find out. I'll continue to scry and keep an eye on this driver.
So, do we have anybody else in the magic community that is into the occult stuff?
I mean, I could call Millie
Technically,
back.
yes.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I mean, Sansa.
Oh,
With the daughters of
Yeah,
Creation,
Danny doesn't know that. I'm just bringing it up
I
for
know,
you
I
guys.
know,
It's
I know.
trigger for you guys.
Oh yeah, Sansa.
Oh.
yeah.
When
No,
I'm
I
bringing her
thought-
back, I would like to play her a little bit.
Yeah. No, I thought
Okay.
we thought of her earlier, but you said she's in Italy, right?
well, I
She
guess we don't
was
know
in
that.
Italy. You don't know that, but I'm just saying you
Oh.
can't reach her now because that was my excuse.
Oh,
Okay, I will text Sansa and say, "Hey, we have an occult question for you if you're available," and then she'll just send that out. See if we get a response or not.
4 days later.
Well, probably the next day because time zones and stuff.
Few days later.
Do we want to have the Daughters of Crucia check out any of this, or like watch the truck, or
They
anything?
need. They should know.
It would be nice to have the track.
I don't.
Should
and
I
have eyes
send
on it
them?
at all times.
Yeah.
Is that
Should I
something?
send them the symbol? That
I wouldn't be flashing that symbol around, honestly.
No?
I mean,
If you're gonna show it to them, I would show it to them in person versus,
Okay.
electronically.
Yeah.
with the daughters of Crucia, like, are they witches or?
They're sorcerer. Well, some of them are sorcerers,
Would
but they're primarily sorcerers that deal with ghosts or wraiths.
would they be people we could ask about what a box of dirt from Salem, Massachusetts
Perhaps.
might be used
I
for?
mean, I feel like the answer might be a little. I don't know. I don't want to say obvious, but I guess in my experience, like using grave dirt or any sort of soil in general usually has some sort of spiritual or some magical significance.
Well, I mean, it's clearly magical. It glows, but it's like, it'd be good to know.
What are they trying to use it for?
Well,
It
okay.
would also-
So one time, a friend who was sort of occulty and I picked out some Christmas presents for Colin at the occult shop, and we were going through spell components, and she knew what she was doing, but I didn't. She wasn't a witch or anything, but I remember like we found some rope and I picked it up and like immediately knew that it had been used in a hanging. And
Oh.
my friend said, "Oh, that one is more potent. Let's give him that one." And I don't know what he does
Wow,
with those things.
history.
I don't really
Hmm.
watch him do stuff, but my guess from that is that if these things have some sort of, I don't know, energy, then it can be more useful
Well,
in the
watching
working of
watching the
spells.
ghost hunters and stuff like that, they say that mortals' energies, I can't say our energy because we're no longer
Right.
that, that when tragic stuff happens, it leaves an imprint. It's why you have hauntings,
Yeah.
and there's different kind of hauntings, residual and intelligent. I don't know if I believe in all that stuff, but I watch it for entertainment sakes.
I
Wow.
mean, as a Samisi, that's transporting 101, taking dirt from one place, transporting it to some place you want to set up shop in.
What is that? What do you mean?
We are tied to the land, right? So if we want to move somewhere, we need dirt from where we were and
So
take it
you
with us to a new place.
so you have your own dirt.
I have my own
Huh,
dirt. Yeah.
weird.
Yeah. I
How
was
how much do you have to have?
You can have as little as 2 handfuls.
Does it depend on how old you are? Do you need more the older you are, or anything like that?
It could vary, yeah.
would the Daughters of Crucian know how to destroy magic dirt? Because in the end we are
Yeah,
going to have to get rid of this stuff, or it
yeah.
could
I
also
don't. I
not.
don't think sprinkling it to the wind is.
It
I
could
think
also
incinerating it would be better.
well, but I mean, there may also be stuff inside the dirt. Like, what if the dirt is just a vehicle? What if there's like bones or other things inside of it?
That's fair. Maybe there are bones in there that they
That's why
dug
I was
up along
thinking
with the
grave.
dirt.
Yeah.
That's why I was
So
thinking
really,
grave.
I mean, we don't know anything until we do some research. So we gotta have somebody look into where that dirt came from Danvers, right?
So
Is
you
there a
need
way we
Harper.
can find out
Yeah,
where that came from exactly?
you need your computer nerd.
Jerome,
Okay.
have I been able to figure out the location that they were digging?
I mean, you can find it on Google. It doesn't have an address because it's not complete.
Okay, but I do have like the coordinates
Yeah.
basically.
Mhm.
Okay.
So can we figure out who the company is that dug up the dirt?
Not by using Google Maps, no.
Did
Could
I
we-
notice what company was developing the neighborhood?
I'll give you a roll for it. Because, yeah, you would have seen it, but if you'd focused on it, don't know.
Because where my thought is going is that there are a lot of corrupt companies out there, and they will build on top of graves. They don't care if they're sacred or not. Look
True.
at poltergeist.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like this is also like, you know, like this isn't a like a Native American like burial ground. This is like, for all we know, this has just been like a lot filled with old dirt for however long.
Yeah, I mean, we have to find out where it is, and then we find out the significance of that area in the past, right?
But
You
we
just
need
got to
the
do
history.
research.
Yeah, because if they're building houses on it, this could have been just like someplace that was overgrown up until recently because they're building housing on it.
Yep. Jerome, what do I roll? Investigation
Yeah.
and intelligence or perception?
Perception. Check and see if you focused on that in your memory.
Difficulty 6.
7.
How do you destroy dirt?
Ghosts.
I don't think you can, especially if it's magical dirt.
You can spell it.
You did.
You gotta cleanse it. I
I did
mean,
notice.
Yeah, you did see the company, the construction
Okay.
company.
I will write that down along with the coordinates for anybody
So-
who wants to take it.
So
Okay,
can
we
we
have a
give that?
couple of.
Can we give that to her prince?
Actually, maybe someone there has been around long enough to have known what that area was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, these are influencing contacts in Massachusetts. How far is Boston from Salem? Not too far, right?
Not too far.
So maybe his people would have a little bit more knowledge about the area.
We do have a couple of people that we could ask about this stuff. We could call Father, what's his name?
Reverend Turner.
Reverend Turner. We could ask the Daughters of Krusha, or there's the this mysterious guy at the occult store, or there's the guy that I've been learning telekinesis from. He's sort of into that stuff. I could ask him.
You're learning telekinesis?
I mean, it's a blood magic. It's not actually called telekinesis.
Oh.
Okay. You threw that out there like, oh, I'm going to night school to learn telekinesis.
There have been other priorities, so I'm afraid I'm not the best student. My natural talents lie elsewhere.
I fought a guy who hit me with a Street Fighter move. Is that something I could learn to do? This was way back when we went to a cabin, and yeah.
Oh, did you get Tiger Uppercut too?
I got Shoryuken, and it
Oh.
was the weirdest thing.
Oh man.
But after we like subdued the guy, it turns out that he couldn't actually do it. He was like being controlled or something. I want to learn how to do that.
Okay.
You want to learn how to control somebody, or you want to learn how to do the kick?
I want to get more powerful, because if I can't hit him with claws, then a Hadoken will definitely help.
I'm not sure I know what that is.
We'll have to find a master. We'll have to find a master.
I will turn into a Kuba.
Yes, let's go.
So we just need to find a Street Fighter for you.
Yeah. No, I like. Yeah, Remus isn't even joking. He's like, that would be helpful, because he was the only person I ever felt like I couldn't beat in a fight.
So, any of those contacts?
This world gets weirder and weirder.
Oh, tell me about it. It's still my second day.
Any of those people you want me to reach out to while we're talking about it?
Do these daughters, you trust them?
Yeah.
You trust them 100%?
I trust them not to stab us in the back, and I think they can be They could be helpful. It's not necessarily their area of expertise, and they may not decide to help us deal with it, but we did them a solid, so we're on at least friendly terms with them.
So are the two bikers out front, are they here as like protection from the daughters, or are they here as like, what is that? Because I don't think I ever heard exactly why they were up front.
They just told me they were here to keep a lookout, and I assumed that was essentially them just watching the city in general. Have you seen any more of them around town?
No, I just wasn't. After hearing from my contact about bikers, mysterious bikers with occult symbols, you saying that there was two bikers with a DOC on their jackets made me think that we might have been in danger. So the fact that they're here doesn't seem like a coincidence. It seems like they are probably trying to keep us safe, but I don't know.
So keep in mind, DOC is not it isn't anywhere on their stuff. Daughters of Crucia are like the coven. They're the organization that you guys keep mentioning. The Jagged Guardians are the motorcycle club that's actually out there.
Oh, is that what? Okay.
They are tied to the Daughters of Crucia.
Okay, I thought you said that there was a patch on their thing that said DOC.
It said Jagged Guardians.
Oh, Jagged Guardians. Okay, I need to write that.
Yeah, I just said that they're with the DOC.
Oh, okay.
Also, just as a reminder, Roxy's gang is not a biker club; they are a car club.
The South Side Souls. Because
And I don't know what
family.
that looks like specifically.
Uh,
It's a bunch of guys that ride around in fancy cars.
yeah. Think. Oh my God, Fast and the Furious.
Oh,
But
Is that a car club?
but gothic looking.
Oh, okay.
So Chronicles of Riddick.
Kinda. With some Munsters and Adams Family thrown in there. Cars.
You're not afraid of the
Do
dog.
they walk around or they drive around in hearses?
Yeah, they've got a couple. Not for racing, obviously, but they've got a couple.
They've got a couple of Dragulas.
Yeah.
That's what we're going to be doing when we get this jar of dirt.
Yep. I got a jar of dirt.
Dig through the ditches and burn. That's right.
Yep.
Do we have a number for Reverend Turner? Did he give us his number?
I'll walk outside and yell Reverend Turner.
I mean,
okay.
I could try to summon him.
Well, that'd be impolite, but yeah.
I don't know how well that would go over, but
but no, he actually didn't give a number per se. He just indicated that he was going to be in town for a little bit.
Oh, for real? I would have pressed him because you
like to keep your Rolodex accurate.
Well, no, it's because Remus. I think he's probably been doing it more often since he met Reverend Turner, but Remus actually does have a cross that he does wear, but he's always kind of kept it hidden because he thinks it's a relic of his past and it's kind of weird, and he didn't want you guys to be judgmental about it.
Gotcha.
That's right. Oh,
or potentially repelled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny did want to take confession with him. Would I know where he's staying?
No, not as of this point.
Okay.
But he did indicate when you guys wanted his help that he wanted that donation to the soup kitchen.
So the soup
He's
kitchen
going to be at the
maybe
soup
knows
kitchen.
where to find him.
Yeah.
All right.
Someone want to call the soup kitchen?
Johnny and I can go look for soup kit because we're probably not. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to be helpful with the research stuff. I don't know anything about witches, but I could try to track down Reverend Turner.
Yeah, let's go.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to volunteer you, Johnny. You from the dirt stuff you were talking about. It sounds like this isn't too far outside of your wheelhouse. Do you?
I mean, it sounds really familiar. So, yeah, let's go.
Okay. Right. So
I mean, eerily spooky familiar.
Okay. So yeah, we'll if you guys don't need anything from us, we'll go see if we can find Reverend Turner and recruit him to.
I have a question. Are there evil Zamises?
Yes.
I suppose it depends on your definition of evil, but yes, just like there are bad blood bags, aka humans. She smirks at that.
Is that what they call them? Blood bags?
Yeah.
It sounds.
There's many terms for it, but blood bags is a common one.
So could it be that she's got her hands on a Zamises?
What do you mean you got your hands on this Misi?
I don't know.
Yeah. She's wondering if Roxy is got a Tsamisi in a box and that's what is being transported.
No, I don't.
No.
I don't think that's what she's doing here. I think she's enlisting into some old magic here. And Yeah.
the amount of dirt that she's transporting all the way from Massachusetts. Yeah, it's yeah.
Okay. Well, so
Okay.
you guys are going to go hit up the soup kitchen.
Yep.
Those of you who are remaining, are you doing anything else?
Yeah, I'm gonna research the area, see if she can figure out. See if
Research
she
what area?
can. Well,
The
got the name
Salem?
of the company. We've got the area, so I'm wanting to see if I can find out where there are recent
Housing developments.
happening.
You can Google the name. It's the name of the company
Oh.
is actually
Yeah, it's
Boston
the
Construction
Boston
Company.
Construction Company.
Okay.
Their website isn't going to tell you like where they're building at, but just that they're a construction company. You wouldn't find something out like that online. Generally they only post that locally, like on
Yeah.
signs wherever the
Yeah, I
the
mean, so we can look
construction's
into
going
local
on.
housing developments and stuff like
Well,
that.
yeah, that's what I was meaning and seeing if that company is associated with any of the recent housing develops, because I mean their name would be associated with it.
The information you're looking for is not readily available on Google. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay, so
Yeah.
she'll
That sort of the information you're trying to get there, you'd actually have to go through like permits through City Hall and whatnot, or visit the sites directly that
that's a
they
Harper
might
thing.
actually be working on.
Yeah.
Can we sick Harper on that?
Harper is in bed.
Well,
Mhm.
yeah, I know, but
Yeah.
we could stick that on her
Downtime,
later.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Offline.
I would like to poke my head out of the hotel and see if the bikers are still here.
Yeah, they're still there.
I'm gonna call the one guy over.
Okay, so he climbs off his bike and comes sauntering on over. He's clearly armed, but just like nods, at two people that go walking back to the car. He's like, "Hey, how you doing?" Sort of thing, and they're just like, like
Oh no.
they keep walking. They keep walking a little bit faster.
Uh, hey, you work for Millie, right?
Yeah, part of the club.
Can you get a message to her? It's not something I want to take over the phone.
What do you want me to pass along?
I need to show you something.
Okay,
And
so he steps over and he says, "I got an old lady. If that's what you're getting at."
it's not what I'm getting at. And she will bring him back into the room where they're meeting
Okay.
and show him the symbol.
So he
Okay.
looks at it and he says, "Yeah, we've seen that on some of the South Side Souls."
Okay,
about it?
good. So you already know. We just wanted you to be aware. We think these are the people that have been influenced, particularly by the person of interest.
Influenced how?
We're not sure. I would guess that they're under her power somehow.
Okay. And that's what you want me to pass over to Millie?
Yeah, I didn't want you tangling with them unaware.
All right, that fair enough. I'll let her know.
While I've got you here and while you're going to be talking to her, we know that there is those shipments that your people tracked down. We've located the fourth one. It's due to arrive in Ashland in 4 days.
All right.
We've got a description and a license plate number. We're working out a plan to intercept it. But if your people could help us keep eyes on its progress, that would be really helpful.
Would help to know what highway they're coming in on or what stretch of road.
Yeah, we'll keep you posted as we find out more. But currently they're in Columbus, Ohio.
Okay, yeah, they're still a ways off. Well, let me
Yeah,
get this
but
information
we'll-
to Millie, and then when you can tell us whereabouts they're at, that will help us determine, what
Right.
level of help we can provide.
Of course. Just as a heads up, we'll be tracking it for the next couple of days until we get a better idea.
All right.
Thanks
Good
very
enough.
much.
So he just kind of does one of these numbers and walks on out.
Okay. Whew.
And anybody else outside of that, or are we gonna hop over to the soup kitchen?
Are we in the creamsicle?
That's what he drove, so yeah.
Yes, let's go.
Oh yeah, he's happy about that. Just made his day.
So
or
yeah,
night.
Nothing like the creamsicle rolling up to the
Yes.
soup kitchen.
Oh my god, Johnny's totally geeking out. Oh my god, what a
Totally
fun.
rare custom car rolling up to
Oh.
Homelessville.
Yeah, this is gonna bode well.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like
That's not a slap in the face.
thanks for rubbing that in our face.
Well, no, if it like after seeing it, like I think I'm not gonna park like right in front of it. We'll park.
No, you
A
gotta
good
park in
dis-
front of it.
Hold on. Also, do I know? Did we ever make a donation to the soup kitchen?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, there was one made.
Okay.
Yeah, a rather big one.
I think
By
Sophie.
Sophie.
I think Sophie
Yeah.
kicked in like
Sophie
at
did it
least
to
a
keep the
grand or
homeless
something.
there and
Yeah,
not
I think it was
on her-
$1,000.
on her front
Okay.
door.
I would have kicked in on that
So
too.
I
I didn't.
lost George, so
Oh.
He's
Am I still
here.
gone?
Here,
Let me see if
I
can
see
get
you.
him back.
Yeah, but I'm sorry, everybody. My internet has been bad today. I'm plugged into the router. It's just internet sucks. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can-
Yeah.
Okay.
Brittany had to disconnect.
Brittany's hopping back out and back in so she can see you.
Okay. So yeah, I like Remus would have helped out with the like to give something. And if not, if that's already passed, then he'll do it now. So yeah, in that case, we will park in front, and then I'll drop some money on them too.
Let's go.
Okay. So you come pulling up, and it's late in the evening at this point. They're pretty close to their closing time.
Mhm.
But you come rolling up in this white, glamorous looking vehicle with glowing orange tires and with like some like brass and orange highlights around it. And the couple people that are hanging out front are like, what the heck kind of car is this? And the other guy's like, man, are those wheels glowing?
Hey Remus, where's your mink coat?
I would never.
He steps out in
It's
his
Fox all the
platform.
way.
Yes.
He steps out in his platform shoes that have got a little aquarium in it.
Yes.
You got to have the hat with the feather too.
I'm dressed like Bootsy Collins. Like
Yeah.
no, I'm wearing a suit or like at least like I look nice. I don't look like I step out in a mink coat. Oh my god, am I Mrs. Howell?
Oh man, no, we gotta get you a mink coat. Okay, I know what to get you for Christmas.
Don't save the mink.
But the building is pretty unremarkable. They set up shop wherever they can.
I'll ask the guys up front. Good evening, fellas. Is Reverend Turner around?
They kind of like look around a second and they're like, what do you want with the Rev?
Just want to talk to him. Just we met him a couple of nights ago, and we just wanted to come in and ask him to, possibly about some work.
Well, he doesn't like work here. He pops in like every so often, but I don't recall him being here. I think he's got some little confessional or something set up a couple blocks over.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow.
Hey, follow.
Yeah. Hello. Yeah. I'll. So is the person I'm talking to? Are they like a homeless person like at the shelter?
No, well, they're at the you're at the soup
kitchen.
kitchen right now. Yeah.
Okay. But like, is there a person who works there that I could give a donation
You could go
to?
inside. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Yeah. We'll get the address from them, and then I'll make a quick stop inside and drop a like a Scrooge McDuck bag on the desk and.
Let's go.
Roll your
Yes.
resources.
Okay.
Unbreaded.
Remember how to do this every time. /MM.
Yep.
Just resources.
Just resources.
Okay. Difficulty
6.
6. Okay. Does resources have specialties?
Nope.
No. Okay. I was going to type in Scrooge McDuck bag. Okay.
Specialty
3
Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. Do 10s explode on resources? No.
Negative.
No. Okay. My Dogecoin didn't light up. Okay. So just 3.
Okay. Yeah. Oh darn. All right. Yeah. So I mean, you've got what would be the equivalent, like the small businesses have these. They're like zip pouches that you can put. They're typically used for deposits and whatnot. So you can put your checks or money or whatever have you, zip it up and provide it to the bank or whatnot. You can also have it to carry around, to carry like loose bills, and so that's, you don't hand them just like a bag of money with a dollar sign on it. You walk in and give them the that pouch sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Manila envelope.
Yeah, and the person's like, "What? I'm sorry, sir. What is this?"
A good deed. Have a good night. No, and all.
Good. Just like look around confused. They unzip it and they're just like, "Oh!"
I'm already halfway to the creamsicle.
And how much did you provide them?
I don't know. How much does 3 successes give me?
Quite a bit.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you want to give them that much.
Don't.
Okay. Well,
I mean, they'd be set for years.
And the person you give it to may not be all that honest. I'm just saying.
oh yeah, that's true. I didn't vet the guy. Did I give it to as just a worker? Or did I give it to somebody?
Just to a worker. Yep.
Okay. In
You're
that
too
case,
trusting.
yeah. No, in that case, yeah, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, here, just have some money. I would want to make sure that it gets to a proper official, or like, or I'll leave a business card.
Okay.
And stuff with
You
it,
leave a
and
business
then-
card. Okay.
Yeah,
But how
and,
much did you provide them?
So if we gave 1,000, I'll.
Upward 3.
Oh wow,
I was thinking 2 would be good.
wow! Everybody's one up.
Oh my god, you guys are so fucking generous on an envelope. Holy mackerel.
All right.
I mean, well, but like this is that, like, I just looked at my sheet and at nature it says caregiver, so
Okay,
like,
so
yeah, and Remus is famously like wanted to help people, and this is a good
Sure.
place to do it. So yeah,
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to break out in your D&D character. Thank you, my friend.
yeah. Here's a gold piece. Yeah, I didn't realize that
Two
was a
gold pieces
trend.
for you.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I'll give I'll give 2,000 to the guy, and I'll say
Okay.
just I'll tell him this is for the soup kitchen. Make sure this ends up in the right place. Have your have the person who runs the kitchen send me and contact me, and we'll keep in touch.
Okay. Sure thing.
Right? And I'll say, what is your name?
Everybody calls me Marv.
Okay, Marv. You're a good man, Marv, and I'll give him a handshake.
Okay. He shakes your hand.
Okay.
He's blown away. He's got $2,000 in his hand in a pouch. but-
More than he's ever had.
Oh yeah, 100%. Just in one sitting, just like.
Okay. Yeah.
You
And then
gotta do
I'll
this like Price is Right, 1001.
Or $9,999.
Yeah.
what I need to do is I need to set up a wheel of donation and then have them
Yes.
spin it, and then whatever they get, ooh, all you got was 10,000. What a shame. There you go. But yeah, now with that accomplished, we'll go to the confessional.
Here we go. Got a chime for that.
Cha-ching.
Not even counting it.
No, all I see is the wah,
Oh, no.
wah,
Yeah.
wah.
Yep, the fail chime. Burr, 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 burr. All right. Well,
Heard that.
it literally is. It's like 2 blocks over. It's in the same neck of the woods that's pretty run down. It looks like this building was probably like an office space that they just could never sell. So it sat abandoned for quite a while. Above it, it just says Sacred Heart.
Okay. Right. I'll park the creamsicle.
Okay.
Put my club on.
It looks relatively clean out front. There is paper over the windows, however, to obviously block things out. But even though there's paper over the window, you can still see that there's light. Oh, pardon me, inside.
Okay. Shall we?
Let's go.
Okay. We'll go and we'll tippity tap, knock on the door.
Okay, so the door comes, open. There's a young woman who looks like she's seen a harder life, and if you put 10 of her together, she'd probably have a full set of teeth.
Oh, this is
Ooh.
what's her name from the other night? Okay.
She says, "Can I help you two?" And she was about ready to go on. It looked like she had maybe a spiel ready, but then she sees that car and then sees you two standing there looking like $1 million, and she's like, "Can I help you?"
We're here to
Yeah.
see Reverend Turner, please.
I'm sorry. Regarding what exactly?
Confession.
And she's like looking really confused at this point, and so she holds the door open to let both of you in.
I assure you, we're friends with Reverend Turner.
It is not my place to judge.
We'll step in.
So you walk inside. Again, this does have the feel of what it had been an office. Most of the main room that probably was the office or may have had desks at one point in time has just been converted into like 5 rows of pews.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it's like a little church. Oh,
Mhm.
nice. Okay.
And there, there's a pulpit up front, real old rickety looking thing, may have been repurposed of some kind. There is a bathtub in the back. Looks like they have a hose connected to the bottom, and to, in essence, drain it when they need to, as a baptismal.
Yep. Oh.
And she just says, "You two will wait here. I will go get the Reverend."
Okay.
Johnny
Thank you, Rama.
nods. Yep.
She goes into the back. The back room, it's only one door, and they don't really have a door per se. It's got kind of like this black curtain that comes down. There is another door behind it, but initially it's just that black curtain. You hear a door open up and close, and then eventually it open up and close again, and then he comes walking back out from under the black curtain, dressed very similarly as you saw him before in his priestly attire. And he says, I was not expecting either of you this evening. Was there something I could do to assist you with?
Yes, actually. Would you have a place where we can talk in private?
He motions around. He says, this is as private as any place will be. If I need to send Cindy on, I can.
Okay. Because we'd like to talk about some, you know,
Official business,
right.
city business.
Yeah, we'd like to
And
talk to you about some help you could give us.
she, at that point, Cindy comes, walking back in, and she said, and she seems, shocked. And then he just turns and looks at her, and he just says, "It is all right. They are not with organized crime. You may dismiss yourself and treat yourself to a tasty freeze." And then she kind of looks, and she says, Reverend, I'm gonna go out and get myself some tasty freeze. Did you want anything? And he says, no, that's quite all right. And so she lets herself out the back.
We have a tasty freeze here where I live.
We had a tasty freeze in El Paso. No tasty freeze. Okay. I'll just kind of look around, but I'll just kind of go, Reverend, actually, this is something, before we get down to the business, you wouldn't happen to have a phone, would you?
I generally do not carry it.
Okay, because part of the reason we had to show up unannounced is because we actually didn't know how to get in contact with you. Do you have a phone that we could possibly reach you at?
I have a phone connected here. I'm also told you may be able to send 500 ravens.
Okay.
Ravens are, yeah, ravens are a lot more expensive than a phone call.
He says, I heard it in some kindred circles. Apparently, it was a poorly timed joke. I apologize.
Okay. No, I figured it was a joke, but I was also like, I don't know anybody with enough ravens. Yeah.
You could probably call them, right, Remus?
Call ravens?
Yeah.
Actually, I have not spent any time using those muscles. They're probably atrophied. All the stuff I learned was mainly for fighting. But yeah, I should maybe think about that. But yeah, so Reverend, we've run into something that we would maybe like to enlist your help with. Did we tell him about Roxy before?
I think he knew about Roxy.
Okay.
Because he helped us with the mage. And he was there when we were talking about Roxy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Am I remembering that correctly?
Mhm.
Or am I dreaming? Okay.
Okay.
All these timelines. Can't keep them together.
Yeah.
You're in
Okay.
too many games.
Yeah. So we'll say that we've gotten a bit of a tip off of some of Roxy's most recent plans. One of which is bringing a semi truck filled with magic infused dirt taken from
Salem.
Salem, Massachusetts. We're not sure what she needs it for. We're not sure. This is actually the fourth of this is the last of 4 shipments that she's gotten, but she's gotten 3 of them. One of them is en route. We wanted to see if we could possibly enlist your help in maybe discovering why she would need this, but also if you knew how to destroy magically infused dirt, which is a weird thing to say out loud.
He says, well, to tackle the second question, he says, magically infused dirt, if that's the terminology we're using, is no different than regular dirt. You would dispose of it in any similar means. The only difference is whatever important property that was imbued within that pinch or barrel of dirt, or however much there was, would just mean you have that much more volume to go through. He says, but dirt in general could, the earth itself is often very powerfully tied to the Shadowlands. I don't know if that is what you're referring to. I don't recall this individual being a necromancer, but that would be my first frame of reference. There are several rituals that require dirt from the grave in order to enact.
She's working with the Infernal. So it could be something other.
It could be tertiary to what it is that you're looking for.
Right. So yeah, that sounds pretty bad. But I guess I mean we're expecting this to be. We don't want her to get this. So what we're hoping to do, and this thing is going to be rolling in about 4 days or so. We're going to try to intercept it as best we can. Would you know of a ritual or any way for us to, once we get this stuff, to dispose of it safely? I think we're still kind of up in the air about what we want to do with it, but I would feel better if it was destroyed, just so that way there's no way she can get it. But is that something you would know how to do?
Well, as I indicated, and apologies out of character, you're kind of breaking up again, George, but I heard everything.
Oh, okay. Right.
He says, again, it would be very similar to what you would do with any other dirt. You could wash it away. You could mix it with something else. Obviously, the best and most effective method would be to break it up and dispose of it in other locations, not in the same place.
So maybe dump it in a river or the ocean. Let the currents take it away.
Something that disperses it in those means. Yes, that would be fine.
Okay. That gives us a bunch of options. All right. Okay, so that's good to know. We were hoping, or I was thinking if we needed something more, magical spell done, we could maybe enlist your help. But it kind of sounds like all we have to do is just scatter and get rid of it.
Correct. I would, in this particular case, I would make sure that you were thorough. It sounds like there is a lot of dirt if it's being transported.
Yeah, it's as big as a shipping container.
And there's 4 of them, so.
Well, we're not sure if all 4 of them were dirt, did we?
I mean, it's a good guess. If it's all coming from Danvers, right?
I mean, that's a lot of dirt.
And
I didn't see it.
And she has a whole bunch of construction equipment digging up holes in her property at the hotel. So
there could be also relics and stuff taken from other places. I wonder if there's been. We could look up. I wonder if there's been any break-ins in like occult places or something where she's taking stuff. That might give us another idea aside from just dirt. But
perhaps.
But yeah. Okay. This is good to know. Also, real quick, I gave a bunch of money to Marv down at the soup kitchen. Is he cool?
Most of the individuals there are not quote unquote cool. But thank you for letting me know. I will make sure that it isn't spent inappropriately.
Okay, cool. Thank you. I gave him $2,000.
That
So
was quite the donation, my friend. Thank you.
yeah, I wasn't sure who to give it to. Should I give it to you instead from the future? Would it be better to give it to you and have you distribute it?
If you so choose, then that would be safer than most of the employees there. Those
Okay.
who donate their time are often ill-equipped for finances or perhaps previously addicts themselves.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, in the future, if you don't mind, I'll just be giving you the money just to, you know,
Of course,
dis-
of course.
yeah, I think that's better. Um, but yeah, okay. Johnny, do we have any other business aside from?
That's it. Unless if you want to take confession, he is a reverend. He can hear your
That is true.
Reverend. I would like to get with you sometime. Things are really busy with the Roxy situation, but I would like to get with you, discuss paths.
Of course. Of course. Well, you know where I have taken residency, so my door is always open to you.
Can we get your phone number to this place so that way in the future we can let you know if we're going to be rolling up?
Oh, of course. And so he gets one of those little pencils that they have for people who need to write prayer requests on prayer cards. And he takes a prayer card, jots the number down on the back and hands it to you.
Okay. I will give him my phone number as well. So
Okay.
so straight to myself. So and I'll tell him. If you guys need anything, just let me know.
Of course. Thank you again for stopping by this evening, and may God be with you.
And with you too. Thank you. And Remus is awkward because he's like,
All right, come on, let's go, Remus.
Yeah. He's like, I wasn't sure if that's what I was supposed to say, but yeah, I'm gonna leave.
Okay. Dominus Ominous. He be all right.
Yeah.
Supervillain cape away.
Okay. And that is where we're going to stop for the evening. We've got a full 3 hours in for game at that point.
Woot, woot, woot.
Wow.
Making up for lost time.
I feel productive.
Good. Good job, guys.
We have a heist planned or interception in ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, starting to get
And some magic
ahead of the
dirt.
curve.
Yeah.
We
Looking
have
for
covered
magic
a lot
drip.
of ground. Covered a lot
Finally.
of ground.
I was legit like trying to figure out. I was like, Drit, what does it mean?
I was like, I was gonna
Misspelled
say,
dirt.
yeah, I was gonna say it spells dirt, but
Yeah.
There's
Uh,
also like a
Brittany was on the
more like
phone,
dirty
yeah.
meaning for it, aka poop.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, because I was like, I was mystified by an acronym at the start of the game, so I was like, Drit. What does the D stand for?
Right.
It's getting a lot of daughters. So it
Mystery
must be-
continues.
yeah, daughters, rabies.
Rabies.
But cool. So thank you guys all for hanging out with us, for the follows, for chatting with us. Our next game is tomorrow night. It's our Marvel Superheroes game starting at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then next week we have on Wednesday and Thursday, Cyberpunk on Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and Street Fighter, the storytelling game, on the 13th, also at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So pick a flavor and tune in or hang out with us, because our next game for this for Vampire is going to be coming back in on the 21st. So thank you guys for hanging out with us, and I hope you guys have a good night. Good night, guys.
Night.